Knights of the Old Republic. Yippee. BRB getting a meal deal. Pig should have another treat. Blood and cucumber. I mean, they're very small. They can't really handle that many treats. Although I did fill their little hay pouch with fresh grass the other day, and they sat there and ate solidly for about 35 minutes. I was like, how is that fitting in you? You're very small. Knights of the Old Republic. Yippee. I should probably move my camera as well, so it's not just right in the middle of the screen. That'd be a new, daring way to stream. Right in the center. My volume is so high. I'll turn that down first. You get to enjoy this. Enjoy this screen again. Like, hang on, we're gonna center it exactly. Cover up the robot's breasts and then load into the game. I'm sure this is perfectly enjoyable as an experience. Where was I? I was going to the cantina, I think. Can't remember entirely why. Oh yeah, I was trying to solve a murder. Well, exonerate somebody from a murder. Despite the fact that I think he easily could have done it. Look, it's like I'm the character. Hang on. There you go, that kind of fits. Look, it's me! I'm playing as myself. Right, I gotta change that. Let's put that in a more sensible position. Probably over, like, here? Here might be good. Is that your screensaver now? It is. Just a head attached to legs. Right, let's open up the journal and see where we were. All access to the Royal Palace and the Jedi Master is restricted. Dagon Gent may provide your only chance to get in, and he's been arrested for the murder of an Onderan soldier. Captain Riken says that Dagon Gent was picked up, along with several other suspects, in regard to a murder of an Onderonian soldier named Sulio. Riken says that Dagon had a motive for committing the murder, and he was also found at the scene of the crime. Sorry, I have hiccups for some reason. In order to get him free, you'll need to investigate the crime at the cantina near Dagon's office. Finding out about his apparent motive for the murder would be a good first step. At least it tells us where to go. That's fantastic. Let's close. I was just tapping F over and over again, because that's the close window button in Shadows of Doubt, which I've been playing quite a lot of. I would say an unhealthy amount of. I've been playing a fuck ton of that game. To the point where I'm neglecting, like, actual chores and other work duties to play that game. It's not even that great. I've just decided I'm really into it now. There's so few, like, proper immersive stealth games. Never heard of it? I feel like there's been a big advertising push for it recently, because they came out with their, like, new expansion or whatever, or new update. It is a procedurally generated cyberpunk immersive, same as the genre. I hate that term. But like Thief or Deus Ex, but procedurally generated and voxel based. It's fine. It's okay, there's a lot of bugs, things don't work sometimes. Yes, that is the biggest problem with it, I think. Well, actually, I think the biggest problem with that game is just sort of the way it's built. But the other huge problem with that game is that it is very buggy, and sometimes shit just doesn't work because it's all procedurally generated. I was talking to a witness and the murderer came and killed them. I played for an hour and 10 minutes doing a full investigation. I was told, okay, you need to find this secret envelope at this person's house. Here's some basic information about the person. Find out who it is, track them down, steal the envelope, bring it back to me. So for an hour and 10 minutes, I pieced together every aspect of this fucker's life. I was like, I have their work ID, their birth certificate, their fucking employment details, I have everything. Snuck into their house, nothing was there. Checked the vents, nothing was there. Checked every cupboard and computer I could find, nothing was there. Went to their place of work, broke in there, checked their locker, nothing was there. Went to the vents in their work, nothing was there. Checked their fucking post box, nothing was there. Then eventually got so frustrated that I googled it, and it was like, oh yeah, sometimes it just doesn't spawn, you've wasted all your time. And I was like, fuck off! Context, we've said the name of the game like 4 times, I feel. It's Shadows of Doubt. It's I wouldn't say it's been a big hit, but it's relatively famous as far as indie games go. It's good, but it's not great. I think I wouldn't trust the Steam reviews on it, because it has like 95% on Steam. I think people are just gagging for Deus Ex style games. Rude, didn't hear. I feel like people are just gagging for Deus Ex and Thief style games, regardless of quality. So it is nice to have one, but I think the fact that it's procedurally generated as well means it's inherently a little shit. I have details on what must be like 90% of all citizens, yet I've been tasked to find a suspect where the clue is basically they have hair and maybe legs. I cancelled out of one that was like that. They gave me a folder. I was like, oh my god, you're getting me like $5,000 to find this person and take a photo of them? Okay. And they gave me a fucking briefcase of details they know about the target. And it was like, they have glasses and green eyes. That was literally it. Glasses and green eyes. And I was like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with that? I walked outside of the place where he gave me the briefcase, and there was 4 people outside there with green eyes and glasses. I was like, fuck off! I'm cancelling this immediately. Terrible nightmare. I like Kenshi for a randomly generated game, it's really good. Procedural or random generation has its place. Like, it can work fantastically for some games. Roguelikes wouldn't exist without it, and some of them are fantastic. In a detective game, I think the game would have been a lot better, if they had actually bothered to write a narrative for it and a plot. Because right now, like, it's most similar to something like Deus Ex. But Deus Ex, the reason Deus Ex is so good is because it has 3 things. It has a cool setting, it has an interesting story, and it has great gameplay. They just kind of take the gameplay out and put it into Shadow of Doubt without doing any of the interesting setting or story. So you don't really connect with anybody. There are no characters. It's just a series of randomly generated missions that sometimes don't work. It's fine. It's fine. Never finished Deus Ex. I got bored. I also kind of found Deus Ex 1 a little boring. I think I had more fun with Deus Ex Human Revolution, which is if you say that to somebody who's like a hardcore gamer from the 90s, they'll come and beat you to death with a pipe. But I found it a little dull, and I really like that type of game. Thief 2 is one of my favourite games of all time. I loved it. You played it 40 years after release. Same with Thief 2. Thief 2, I think, is top 5 best games ever made. And I think Thief 2 is even slower than Deus Ex. But I got a little bored of Deus Ex. I finished it, and I enjoyed it, but I was like, I don't get the hype in it entirely. The only real narrative is soft drink corporation so powerful it owns the police force. Oh, you got so much reputation you can retire. Credits. Exactly, it's like the most surface level stuff. It's fine. I would recommend Shadow of Doubt, but I imagine you'd get really sick of it after about 8 hours. Like, I'm already starting to get a little sick of it, and I don't think I've put that much time into it, but it's good. I just find JC Denton's voice hilarious. True. That's a thing. Like, the acting is really bad in Deus Ex, the first one at least. Which is what you expect. But, like, I've lauded Stephen Russell's performance as Garrett and Thief many times on this stream. I like some of the newer Deus Ex, but I'm dying for something like the original. Yeah, again, I think you might like Shadows of Doubt then. If you're just into... I'll stop talking about Shadows of Doubt in a second, I've just been playing it a lot. I think the best way I could describe Shadows of Doubt is if you finished the first Deus Ex and there was an unlockable endless mode just after it. Like, you finish it, you beat the game, JC Denton retires, and then it goes, you've unlocked arcade mode. We'll just keep randomly generating Deus Ex style missions for you until you get bored. That's Shadows of Doubt. Use stealth, I knife in shadows. See, when I play stealth games, it's one of the reasons I haven't played it on this channel, Shadows of Doubt, despite playing it a lot, is because I think if I played any stealth game on this stream, it would be genuinely unwatchable because I take fucking forever. In Thief 2, I think you could beat Thief 2 in like 8 hours, maybe. I took probably like 70. Like, I go through it so meticulously and so slowly, and I enjoy just like sitting and quietly waiting for a guard to do like 4 loops of a fucking route so I can memorize it for 20 minutes, just silently. I love it. I think you're a bumbling idiot in stealth games. On stream, I would be, because I'd be fucking going full on, like, barbarian mode. But usually, it's, again, like how I play RPGs some of the time, like, not on stream. But when I played Baldur's Gate 3, I was like, oh yeah, it's going to take me at least 120 hours to finish one playthrough. If you come inside, make no problem. Many problem recently. Me make sure there are no more. Don't worry, I can pull out. Right, let's go. Not like now then, battering a 7-hour Child's game in 72 hours. I actually don't know how long it took me. I could add it up. It took me 9 streams to beat Link's Awakening. Oh, that's a lot of streams. Let's say an average of 2.5 hours per stream, or 2 hours per session. No, that's... and the last one was longer, so I'm gonna say at least 20-something hours to beat that game. That's pretty bad. That game was meant to be beaten in like 10 hours. Jizz is playing. There's some nice jizz. It's not my favorite style of jazz, this, but like, it's fine. Hello. I don't know what a leku is. There's no way that leku is what they call their fucking tentacle boys, is it? Did he just basically stroke his, like, engorged member and go, how'd you like this, big boy? I think it is, I just got them waxed. Okay, are they like erogenous zones for you? Or is it just like a foot? Well, that's an erogenous zone for some people. Okay, goodbye. See ya, I don't want to talk to you anymore. Hello, Gormo. Your name is Goofy. Are you a starship captain or passenger? Please, if I could just take a moment of your time. The leku are their brain tentacle things. Do they connect directly to their brains? Like if you stroke a tentacle on a Twi'lek, does it shiver? Does it go like... Oh, I don't want to know, actually. I don't understand the Twi'lek thing. I think some of the droids are hotter than Twi'leks. I don't get the Twi'lek thing at all. Like, Twi'leks are not hot. Number one, they're both boring and off-putting, which is like the worst of both worlds in alien terms. It's like getting really into the fucking... what are they called? Are they the Asari from Mass Effect? And it's like, you coward, they're just people with like strange hair. And they're not proper fucked up aliens. At least Tali's got a weird mask and backwards knees. At least Garrus has got like a fucked up cat face. Like, that's where you go. You're just like in a blue person, coward. So I don't get Twi'leks. I don't respect people who like them. What do you want, by the way? I've been stuck on Aziz for over a week because some flaming scoundrel stole my starport visa. Yeah, I've heard it all before. Now those idiot guards won't let me pass. My crew's gonna leave without me soon. We can't afford to be docked for so long. I don't suppose you have an extra starport visa. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Fine. I have one... I don't have an extra starport visa, but I imagine I'm going to find one, and I'm going to have to choose one of these 3 or 4 people to give it to. Can I talk with you about Captain Sulio's murder? I'm in enough trouble as is. Glad I wasn't even here that night. Sorry if that doesn't help you, though. Perhaps we can talk later, of other things. You coming on to me? Mr. fucking Tentacle's probably interested. He's coming on to everybody. Or maybe I'm just uniquely attractive. This patron ignores you. Well, can I just rough him up a bit or use my mind powers? You can get species that are big blobs, fish, 12 eyes on their arse. I wonder if because Twi'leks are normal looking, people just default to them. Yeah, they look like I can fit in them. And then you find a tube of Pringles. Oh. Hello.
It
seems nice enough so far. Hello, Nico.
Nice to meet you, Cynthia.
You're 4 years
old. Are you
old.
interested in a friendly game of Pazak? The deck is warm, the drink is plentiful, and the company amiable.
Do you have some sort of disease? Do you have like one of those diseases that puts like a child's head on an adult's body? What the fuck is going on with you? You're at most 7 years old. Can I talk with you about Captain Sullia's murder?
Foul business, that is. Like most nights, I was here. What do you
I
want to
hate
talk
it.
about?
He looks like an Irish child. Jay just said looks Irish. I mean, yeah, it's the cheeks. It's the cheeks, and even though the head is tiny, it looks like it should be big. Do you know Dagon Gent?
Know him. He's probably my best friend on this planet. Honestly, he's not a very good doctor, but he is a great drinking companion.
Okay, do you know any reason why he would kill Sulio?
Never. Dagon thought very highly of the good captain. I did too.
Oh, I can't
Got a
look at this
sharp wit,
guy's
that
face.
Sad to see her go.
He's got a very year 2002 haircut on him. Like, he looks like everybody in my primary school when I was 12. He's got the, like, short back and sides flipped up on top hair. Ugh, that was everywhere. Now everybody has the, like, uncooked noodles hair, but back then it was all the rage. So much gel on this guy's head. Tell me how you know Dagon.
Know him.
Okay, we know that. So you don't think you would kill him?
Never. Dagon thought very highly of the good captain. I did too. She had a sharp wit, that one.
Alright, I never want to talk to you again, to be honest. Bye, Nico. Needs a mod that pitches his voice up an octave. Too much Pringle innuendo on stream today. It doesn't even make sense. Wasn't there a thing on the internet for a while where people were making, like, homemade fleshlights out of Pringles? It was like some sort... It was not quite a shock image, but it was people going, like, people need to find other people to talk to if this is what's happening. And it would be a Pringles thing. And from what I remember, it was, like, sponges? It's like pack a Pringles tube with sponges, maybe, and maybe a latex glove or something. I don't know what you do if you have a latex allergy. And then just, like, pour some lubricant in there or something. I can't imagine it would feel great. What? No. Once you pop, you can't stop. Most I've seen are people making mashed potatoes from Pringles. Oh, that's how they make Pringles in the first place, aren't they? Pringles aren't allowed to be called crisps here, I believe. And they're not allowed to be called chips in America. Like, they're reversed, because they're not, like, chips of potato or crisped up pieces of potato. It's like they make a potato mash out of, like, offcuts of potatoes and then combine them into a saddle mold, so it's like a mashed, dried thing. I don't like Pringles. I think they're really gross. I think they might be... I think I'm willing to say it. I think Pringles are the worst crisp. They're really bad. Hello, Vimto.
Come to watch the races, have you? I am called Vimto. I own this place. If there's anything I can do to make your visit more pleasurable, please do not hesitate to call on me.
Can I talk with you about Captain Sulia's murder? I love your dress. Where can I get that? I really like this little corset thing you've got going on. It's good. I'm Vimto. This is my friend Ribena. A thing now is taking 2 Pringles, putting whipped cream between them and eating them like a little sandwich. That made me feel genuinely a little bit sick imagining that. Ugh. Ooh. Can I talk with you about the murder?
That is a foul business there. I was not here when it happened, though. I talked with the soldiers in charge. 4 of our regulars talked with them. Bahimo, Nico, Panar, and Kif. You should talk with them. I doubt anyone else here would know anything more about that distasteful subject.
Okay, that's pretty good. You seem in a good mood. Hello, Dreya and Pig. Hello, pig. Pig. Oh, girl. Look at your little ear. Your fringe is starting to grow a little bit more, so your ear's getting covered again. Your ears were exposed for a while. You seem to be in a good mood.
With civil war looming so close, people are always looking for a distraction from their day-to-day lives. I provide this for them in the form of the swoop races.
You want the war to come?
Certainly not. If the war just holds itself in a pleasant looming pattern, that would be ideal. If things continue this way, the projections of my accountant droid are quite intoxicating.
That's nice. Logical but mercenary attitude.
It may not be pleasant, but it's life. Anything else?
No, I'm fine with you. I'll be going now. Right, who the fuck did you just say to talk to? I can't even remember. It was like KotOR. Is any of you called KotOR? Who are you? Just patrons? You're a Bahama.
I'm Bahama, first-class bartender of this magnificent cantina. How may I help you, sentient?
I liked skips when I was 7, but finding prawn cocktail flavour things was harder. I like skips, okay? I haven't had skips in forever, but I like skips. I like the way they dissolve in your mouth. It's kind of nice. I sort of let them semi-dissolve in my mouth and then chomp them. It's like a nice little exercise. A nice little treat. But I haven't had skips in forever. And they might be the only thing that I like that's prawn cocktail flavoured. I don't even like prawn cocktail. I don't like, oh god, I had like prawn cocktail flavoured walkers at one point. It's disgusting. But, yeah, they're nice. I've tried to explain frazzles to the wife a few times, and each time it's the first time I've heard about this. Like, her brain won't allow the concept to stick. I've heard people talk about frazzles. I still don't know what they are. They're like a very British thing, right? Frazzles. Search Google for frazzles. Oh, they're just like, crispy bacon things. They're just like, you know, bacon snacks or whatever. These aren't good, let's be honest. Frazzles, whatever you want to call them. There's lots of different versions of this. These are all really bad. These suck. Nobody should ever eat frazzles. They're awful. Close that. Go over to the game again. Never seen these? Really? They're like a default crisp here. I've never seen Frazzles, the brand, but like every supermarket has their own brand version of like corn-based bacon snacks, you know? Graduated to scampy fries after that. It's a classic pub crisp. Can I talk to you about the murder?
The incident has brought me much distress. An unhappy thing this is, and bad for the flow of commerce. What is your interest in this, sentient?
I've never seen anything like that. I'm shocked. I sort of assumed that would be all over Australia, because I think Australia has a lot of linked crisps and sweets with Britain and Ireland. Partially because of the Commonwealth thing, and partially because I think there was a shared love of greasy shit food. An acquaintance of mine, Jagon Gent, is being questioned by the military. I'd like to get him free.
As would I. My prized loyal customers, and he is most regular. Let me structure my memories and recall the night. Ask your questions.
Australia frazzleless. Many got Australian brands? Yeah, but they're like linked. Like a Tim Tam is basically a penguin, for instance. Like I feel like there's thematic similarities. You know how there's things evolve to fill a niche? Like an echidna is basically a hedgehog. And, you know, there's like a thing in Madagascar that looks exactly like a hedgehog but is in no way related to a hedgehog. Like things evolve to fill a specific niche in nature. So the British have penguins and the Australians have Tim Tams, and they look identical. So it's like they grew up independently of each other, but everything evolves at a penguin. People eat pork crackling, but I don't like it. I don't think I've ever actually had pork crackling, but it is everywhere in pubs here. I don't know what a penguin is. Probably shit. A penguin is a Tim Tam in a colourful individual wrapper with a terrible pun. I was also going to mention the joke. There's usually a horrible, horrible joke on the packet of penguins. Ugh. Do you know Dagon Gent? Do you know any reason why Dagon Gent would kill Sulio? Isn't Vegemite just Marmite? Exactly. That's another great example. Like Vegemite, Marmite, they evolve individually, but they are convergent, like crabs. You know how like everything in nature is constantly trying to evolve into a crab? It's like that, but with foodstuffs. Like, it's the same kind of thing. Do you know any reason why Dagon Gent would kill Sulio?
Absolutely not. He's many things, but not a man of violence. He's dangerously careless, but he would not harm Captain Sulio.
Everybody can agree, he's a shit doctor. I'd like to ask of us, can you tell me how well you knew Dagon again?
I know him very well. Many sentients look towards bartenders for advice. In my world, they're also sometimes sought for spiritual advice. This is a trust I try to honor.
Okay, so nobody's giving, like, evidence. They're all just sort of, you know, he's nice-ish. I would love to be a crab. I don't know, it would be high on the list of if I was cursed to turn into an animal. Like, oh no, you stayed in one shape too much in an Animorphs book. Crab would be up there. But, like, it wouldn't be as high as, like, pigeon, for instance. Pigeon, or, crow or pigeon. Something that could fly would be good. Other than that, I wouldn't want to be, like, waterlogged. But a crab can go on the land if it wants. It might just need to be spritzed. Like, it might, like, if I was turned into a crab, like a little crab cleaning its little eyes, Emma would probably have to carry around, like, a little bottle of water to, like a spray bottle to spray me down. But other than that, my life would probably go on as normal. An owl would be cool. I'm less into owls than most people, I think. I think owls look a bit smug. And I learned at one point when I was a kid that they're, like, shockingly stupid, and it really ruined their image for me. Like, they have a brain the size of a grain of rice or something. They're mainly eyeball. None of us would spritz you. Stop this owl slander. I don't find them as cute as most people. I think a pigeon might be the cutest bird, or a sparrow. I'm very basic bitch when it comes to birds. A terrestrial crab, there we go. Maybe I could be a coconut crab, although they're pretty rough. They look a bit fucked up. A number of lineages crabs live predominantly on land. Purple land crab. Oh, I could be a purple land crab. That looks very pretty. Look at that boy. Look at his little eyes. Oh, I want to be a purple land crab. Have you ever seen a spider crab? Absolutely disgusting. It's hard for me to not find a crab cute. Also cute, to be honest. I think it's not as cute as, like, the purple boy. But still, I'm fine with it. Oh, he's fucking huge, isn't he? Wow. You know what? If I could choose, it would either be that purple crab or this crab that cleans its little eyes. He cleans his little eyes. Look how fucking cute that crab is. It's like, oh no, I've got sand in my eyes. Sorry, I recognize I go too high pitched when I see that. A lot of spider crabs in the Victorian Ocean right now. I feel like people would eat the fuck out of them. Have you seen them make the wee sand balls? Yes, they're very cute. You sound like a guinea pig. Fucking gross. I think it's very sweet. I think crabs... A lot of people find crabs gross for the same reason they find bugs gross. But I think I've always found crabs kind of cute. And I think I've found them more cute as I'm starting to find bugs cute. Like, I think one of the cutest animals is a roly-poly. And it's only made me like crabs more. Oh, by the way, the timer's up, so Pig goes down. She can go nap with her sister or get some food and water. Hang on, let me switch to full camera. And we'll put Pig down. I saw a video of a crab swimming recently that was real cute. Alright, hello Pig. You okay? Kiss your little ear. I'm gonna go down. There you go. Hello. Look at your little ham ears. Look at your little ears. Right, say goodbye. Put you in a little seat. Bye. She doesn't look massively happy about this. Goodbye. Saw something last week that went into how there was a developmental biologist, I guess, who jokingly proposed that rather than humans being an offshoot of primate evolution, since we all came from the ocean, that we're really a divergent from fish evolution. I mean, that kind of makes sense. Like, everything came from there at some point, right? Like, it kind of works, I think, as a theory. Everything came from the sea eventually. Some things went back, like fucking, what are they called? Is it cetaceans? What are dolphins and whales? What's their family? But they went back, traitors. Anyway, do you know... I'll be going now, you're useless. I'm gonna find somebody else who knows more. Genre, do you know anything?
Drink with General Vaclus, stranger. My name is Genre.
I'll take that drink. I'm Dorito Goblin. I don't know if I want to drink with you. You're gonna fucking feel me up with your tentacles. Do you not support the struggle, Dorito Goblin? Struggle? Yes, the struggle to free ourselves from the warmongering republic. Oh yeah, this is the Brexit planet. This is the Brexit planet that's like, I hate the EU or the space EU or whatever. Free yourselves? I didn't know Onderon was a conquered planet. We joined the Republic willingly, yet since that time we have suffered through many wars and privation. We, above all, wish a sustained peace. I saw it on the bus! Space Boris Johnson told me! Sounds like the Republic has been bad for Onderon. 2 generations of men and women sent to fight in wars, both here and the rest of the galaxy. They take our space fish! You cannot put a price on a lost generation. That potential is gone now. What we could have been. I just want the fucking Empire back. Is that so much to ask? I'll be going now. Bye. I'm not getting into space, Brexit, please. Vix, hello Vix. You sweeper. Swoop, zoom, zoom. Much fun, go. Hi. Swoop? No, I don't swoop. Too bad. Swoop's fast. Okay, bye, Vix. I mean, you're more pleasant than some of the people around here. Patron Zert. Are you somebody I can talk to? Zert. God, I love Star Wars names.
I thought it was you. I served in the Mandalorian Wars.
Oh, hello.
You're a Jedi, right?
You look a little bit like Bill Burr. We send 5 million into space every year. What if we spend it on medical care instead? We spend millions of space euro to fund the space EU. It could be in our space NHS, giving us space cancer treatments. The space bus told me. They tell us how big our space bananas and our packets of space crisps can be. Fucking tyrants and space brothels. You look familiar, sure.
I was one of the ground troops. We fought on Daggery Minor together. It was near the beginning of the war.
Are you Irish?
We didn't win that battle.
Near the beginning of the war. You sound like a fake Irish accent. I remember Daggery Minor. I don't know if I do, but I think I'm just polite. I'm like, oh fuck, I don't remember this nerd. Yeah, Daggery Minor. Although this is how you get Mr. Ripley'd. This is how you get talented Mr. Ripley'd. If you're too polite, they can worm their way into your life, and then fucked up shit will happen. It'll get really, really homoerotic for the 90s. I remember Daggery Minor. We must have gone there together.
Enough of the past. The whole galaxy isn't safe for Jedi now, especially here. Onderon has suffered through 3 wars started by fallen Jedi. Do you still serve the Republic?
Middling on it. Like, Republic's probably the best we've got. They're like the fucking NCR, right, in Fallout New Vegas, where they're like, they're probably the better option, but fucking hell, they're still bad. But at least they're not the Sith/Legion. At least they're not openly doing, like, space slavery. Space Ireland. Jedi don't really serve the Republic. Not directly anymore, but I try and lend a hand when I'm able. Yeah.
That's the first good news I've had in months. I was sent by the Republic Senate to investigate certain Delicate matters that are happening on Onderon. It's worse than we feared.
Why are you talking so
I had to
low?
get to Coruscant to deliver my report, but days before I was planning to leave, they started requiring starport visas.
Why is it so important if one world secedes? Look, if they secede, it's not like they'll be better off. They'll go worse and worse, and people will be chomping at the bit to rejoin the Space EU. No, there's no real-life analogues to this or anything. Just my hunch.
After the Jedi Civil War, the Republic was weak. And the cost
It'll
of
go
the
so
Jedi Order
badly
was
that
staggering.
no other country will want to
This
leave
entire
either.
region is unstable, and the entire Republic government could collapse. If Onderon secedes, other worlds may follow, and that can't be allowed to happen.
Why not? What were you doing here exactly? What was your mission?
I really can't say.
Oh, you're
The
helpful.
most I will say is stay clear of General Vaklu. His ambition knows no bounds. I believe the people of Isis are absolutely correct. A civil war is brewing, and Vaklu may very well win if I can't get to Coruscant in time.
You might want to travel to Telos as well. There's a Republic rep there. You can have my visa. Oh, well, how the fuck am I gonna leave then? I don't really give a fuck about the Republic.
Thank you for the tip. The journey to Coruscant would be more costly and attract more attention. But there are many freighters bound for Telos.
Couldn't you get a visa? Visa, whatever. Space
My mission
visa.
requires the most extreme caution and delicacy. I don't want to risk going through channels to get a visa. General Vaklu is not above arranging an accident for me. I'm taking a great risk talking to you, but I'm running out of options.
Oh, fuck off. I mean, the thing is, my visa, surely it would have a picture of me on it. Surely it'd have, like, my face on it. Like going, or whatever you do in passport photos. Like, why would it work for you? I learned last week why Texas has that tiny sliver of land at the top taken over by Oklahoma. It's very Texas. Oh, I think I know. It's not something to do with slaves, is it? There's some fucked up reason that little strip of land exists. But I can't remember what it is. I read it at some point, and it's kind of a fucked up reason, I think, because it's America. I wonder if it's also why the top of Arkansas also looks like it has a line with it. It very much is. There we go. I'd like to talk to you about Captain Sulio's murder. Please, I'm in so much danger. I don't want to... Okay, let's talk about the murder.
What do you want to know about that night?
An acquaintance of mine, Dagon Gent, is being held by the authorities, and I'm trying to get him free.
Dagon Gent didn't do it,
How can you be so sure?
because he was with me at the time.
Dun dun dun! I assume you don't mean in like a sexual tryst. This game doesn't seem that progressive. Were you just drinking or something? Why didn't you tell the authorities? Because he's on the run, he's a spy.
It's quite simple. Right now, he's accused of murder. If he's convicted, the sentence is death. If he's accused of espionage, let's say assisting a Republic spy, then the penalty for that is death. I'm afraid the Onderonians are quite fond of their death penalty. So if I stood up for him, he'd be trading one death sentence for another. I was with Dagon in his office at the time of the murder. He definitely wasn't involved with her murder.
Did anybody else see you? Were you having like group sex?
We were taking great pains not to be seen, which has a certain irony to it, really. If you can free him, please do. He's been invaluable with his help to the Republic. I only wish there was something I could do to help him.
Assuming we get Dagon free, we're going to have a few private words about this. Together, we fought against the Republic during the Mandalorian Wars.
I don't particularly like the idea that he's working for them now.
The voice went a bit weird. What do you mean? I'll be going now. Bye. Okay. So we know he didn't do it, at least. Space words. Couldn't join the Union as slavery wasn't allowed past a certain parallel, so they cut it off at that line. Wow. Hello, Zachary.
There's got to be something you need. Something you want. I have connections, many connections in the city. I can provide high-quality, unique weapons that you won't be able to find elsewhere. I even have a rare lightsaber crystal, something you'd never find elsewhere. If you need money, I'll pay you 5,000 credits. All I ask is get me one open starport visa.
Okay. I might take a look at that. This is rare, by the way. My feet kind of hurt. I might sit down for the first time on stream in a long time. I'm feeling in a kind of a sit down and relax kind of mood. I might have to adjust the camera for that. Hang on, let me lower the camera slightly. Like that? I think that's about right. Now I'm like more on frame. That's actually probably better in the first place. And then do that. Ooh, look at that. Oh, this feels fucking weird. I don't really like sitting at the desk anymore. I now just stand all the time. Oh, that feels strange as fuck. You can probably hear the wheels. I know I stream with Emma sitting down, but like I'm usually off to the side and it doesn't feel as strange. I forgot you were standing. Fuck that. I could never. I really like standing. This is the first time I've sat down on the stream in a while when Emma's not here. I've been working on destroying my posture for 30 years. What a healthy streaming style. I think, genuinely, the standing desk has been a revelation for me. I love it. I thought when I bought the standing sitting desk that I would use it like 5 times and then just use it as a sitting desk. Because I think that's what I've heard people do. It's like even my dad, I got it because my dad got one and he said he liked it. But even he was like, as I go on with it, I'm standing less and less. And I was like, I might try it. I think I stand at my desk more than sit at it now. I think it's like 60-40 standing. I really like it. I like standing. I really like standing, said no one ever. I know like one other standing streamer. It's nice. Also, it gives you more movement. Like right now, I feel a little bit locked in, which is good for concentration, I guess. But I can like, you know, move around and hop up and down and stuff when I'm standing. I don't know, I think it's just different for everybody, but I like standing sometimes. Not for too long. Like, I would say I can stand for like 4 hours at a time before it starts to feel a bit weird on my foots. It's not like doing a shift at a supermarket in America where they're like fucking standing for 8 hours in a row. Insane. I can't imagine having that energy. Reminds me of my wife showed me an article last night with the headline, "Why do we even have bottoms?" And I kind of assume science are asking questions they don't need to. It is, you know, for cushioning, I assume. Cushioning and, you know, I mean, I think there is a tendency for people to view humans as separate from animals for some reason. I think it's probably just because they're hot, and a lot of what animals look like is because other animals find it hot. It's for standing up straight as well. It's probably for the curvature of the spine, right? You have a subtle arch to your back that helps you like stand up straight, and that lends itself to the jutting out and supporting the legs. Anyway, I was wanting to talk to you about Captain Sulio's murder.
I really can't be any help with that. I might have been in the same detention cell that night that Dagon's in now. The
Are you
soldiers were
reading the
asking me
news?
some
Why are you talking
entertaining
like that?
questions that night. I've got no idea what was going on.
I've got no idea what was going on. And shitting. Yeah, but there's a lot of animals that don't have fat cakes. And they can shit just fine. I think they're referring to the buttocks rather than the anus, right? Like, you don't need buttocks, but they're nice, obviously. But like, a lot of animals, I would say most animals probably don't have buttocks. It's really just a few of the apes, isn't it? It's us and some other apes. Like the clappable cheeks that we have. Like a dog doesn't have clappable cheeks. A cat doesn't have clappable cheeks. A guinea pig doesn't have clappable cheeks. Whereas a human, we've got clappable cheeks. That's what sets us apart from the rest of the animal kingdom. It's not our intelligence or our, you know, capacity for thought or reason or empathy. It's our clappable cheeks. What were they questioning about?
Let's just say I'm one of their usual suspects. Sort of comes with
Like
the
the
territory.
movie. I
That's
remember
all I'm
kind
going
of
to
enjoying
say.
that. Okay, bye. You're not that useful, to be honest. You look like you'd be useful, but apparently not. Patron, waitress, Kif. Kif was one of the people we were supposed to talk to.
You're an off-worlder, right? My name is Kif. Nice to have a friendly face. Isis has been a hostile place for our kind lately.
I want to talk to you about Captain Sulio.
I had the misfortune of being here that night. It's very inconvenient. Soldiers were here asking me some very pointed questions, which is a no-no in my line of business.
What exactly is your line of business?
I can tell you're no fan of authority either, so let me share. Most call me a slicer, but I think that sounds too crass. I like to think of myself as an expert computer security analyst. I'm the only one in the city who's talented enough to make open starport visas from a personal visa. I was in the middle of a transaction last night. What do you want to know?
Okay, so I could transfer my visa into an open visa and give it to one of these freaks, but I don't really want to. Do you know Dagon Gent?
I recognize him, but that's about it. He doesn't have the qualities that I look for in a friendship. Huge bazongas, norks, milkers, space hunkers.
And I just feel like this guy would be into that. Do you know any reason why Dagon Gent would kill Sulio? I think the only person I've ever heard say Norks is my dad. By the way, I don't know if that's actually a real one. Honkers and milkers, they're very internet coded, but Norks, that's real rough. Do you know any reason why Dagon Gent would kill Sulio?
I normally try and leave the cantina before the more serious drinkers arrive. That night I was very near Dagon and Sulio. Dagon was attempting what I assume was a maiden advance. I may not be human, but even I could tell his advances were unwanted. Sulio started swearing at him. Many of the words I've never heard, the ones I did understand, I assure you were impolite. Humiliation on that scale is a real motive for a passionate and deadly response. I told the soldiers as much.
Is that woman dying in the background? What's up with her? She just looked like she was about to die. Space hunkers should be a 3-day ban from streaming. I think hunkers is not the worst word for breasts. I think hunkers is nicer than titties. Titties is real awful. I hate it so much. I'd rather hear the word hunkers than titties. Or milkers. Milkers is fine. I guess because they're so stupid that they don't elicit that grossness response for me. Breasticles is a shootable offense. That might be the worst one. Tits I don't like. Like, I just, like, tits in general I associate with, like, lads on the side of a street going, "I show us your tits!" I don't think it's a good word. Maybe it's just been ruined by the yobs, but, like, I don't like it. Boobs? Boobs I find a bit clownish. I don't know if you can say the word boobs with a straight face. Like, oh, boobs. Oh. Tits is good. Pussy is good. The rest is... I mean, breasts feels too formal as well. I don't know if there's a good word for them. Because breasts is too formal. Breast is like you're being examined by a doctor, and that's not great, unless you're particularly into that. But boobs, tits, tittos, pokies, I don't know what you call them. Tits feels more like the adult boobs. Boobies! Boobs is just universal. It works for all sizes, shapes. It's almost onomatopoeic. Just say tits and pussy like a normal person. It makes me shrink into myself. No, I don't know. Maybe we should let the breast havers settle on the appropriate name. I don't know if... is there like a consensus choice for best word? Milkers. Streamer misogynist. Vagina. Won't say tits or pussy. Best word for breasts. Memories, bosoms, chest, knockers. Oh, this is from the Oxford English Dictionary, by the way. Boobies, bazookas, melons, jubblies, bubblies, orbs, globes, bristols. What? Bristols? Why is that listed there? Casabas, chi-chis, norks, dogs, peps. View 5 vulgar slang words, sure. Tits, titties, jugs, hooters, and cans. Is it meant to be a play on Bristol ships? What, like Cockney rhyming slang? Bristol ships for tits or something. Massive mommy milkers. Milkers isn't even listed here. I'm shocked. Bazooms, beps, Charlies? What is a fancy word for breast? What's like formal? Bosom, chest nipple, strong matches, bust front, mammalia, teat udder. Udders. Oh! If you ever are on like a date with somebody and you refer to their breasts as udders, I think they should legally be allowed to shoot you in the head. What's your favourite word for breasts? Cupcakes. I mean, this could be ASMR. Cupcakes. Dirty pillows. Jugs. Flabbergastas. Jobblies. Sweater stretches. It could be like reading out the scores on like Sky Sports. Cupcakes. Dirty pillows. Jugs. Maracas. Liberty Bells. Can I touch your bobs? Bobs or vagine might be the best. Like maybe that accidentally came up with one. Why do you choose violence? Chapel hat pigs. What the
Show
fuck?
us your tits. Show them.
Oh, I've heard of this one. I always liked the French phrase "Il y a tout le monde au balcon," which means everyone's in the balcony. There's all the world in the balcony, which refers to large-breasted women. Titties, milk bar, bazungas, memories. Oh, Norks. Fabulously British, Norks. Yuri and Kai. The girls, sweater puppies. Oh, I don't know if I can stand this. Rosebud tips. Ah! Okay, leaving that. That's too much. We just said did and move on. I didn't realize there were so many. Okay, I've said Norks, ironically. My dad has said Norks unironically, I think. How did you know Daig? Ah, that's fine. I'll be going now. So he thinks... Ooh, hang on. It sounds like Dagon Gent made a pass at her. It was rejected violently. She cursed at him and publicly humiliated him. Perhaps someone in the cantina who knows them a little better could shed some light on this development. I mean, we know that he didn't do it. We just need to prove it. Who knew them a little better? I mean, this guy. But he's not going to testify or anything. I call them boppets. Boppet! I don't think you're supposed to do that. I think if you, like... What does a boppet do? Bop it! Pull it! Slap it! Like, I think if you do that to a boob, it probably hurts. Just fucking smash a breast. Sorry, that's a really funny image to me. Just like a big red button, just go... Twist it! Pull it! I mean... Depending on the person, that could be acceptable. But heating it, that's probably not pleasant for anyone. Tear it. Ah.
Good to see you again.
None of those. Talk to you about the murder again?
What do you...
No, I'll be going now. That's fine. We need to talk to somebody else. In here, probably. Maybe the holograms will be fine. Thug. Panar or somebody was named. Hello.
We don't like droids around here. Get the little one out of our room.
The fuck did you just say to me? I'll beat you to death. I'll rip off your cock and beat you to death with it. That's my friend. Persuade, intimidate. T3 M4 is with me. Do you have a problem with that? How high is my intimidate?
Just keep the flaming thing quiet while it's over here.
I'm good. Okay, fantastic. Fuck you. My droid is my friend. Prick it with a pin. Wow, this boppet is real fucked up. Slap it. Edge it. Jerk it. I've never had a boppet. I don't actually know what it says. I don't want to anymore. Don't put me down. Bop it. I'd like to talk with you about the murder.
Huh. If you ask me, she got what she deserved. She looked down on us beast riders. Good riddance.
Oh, you're one of those boys. The ones who ride the elephant things or something. Do you know Dagon Gent?
I know.
Also,
his
what a
face,
fucked up thing
that's
to say.
about
She's
it.
dead.
His office is on Beckel's turf.
Who is Beckel? Someone got the jerk at Boppet for Christmas. Now the dad's just like, wrong gift, wrong gift. Oh, there can't be a sex Boppet. It's a bit like those... You can get them from like Poundland and shit like that. The sex dice. Nobody's ever used sex dice though. But I imagine it'd be like that. It'd be like, jerk it, and then you do that to your partner. Who is Beckel?
She's a beast rider like me and our leader. You better never be speaking ill of her, or else.
I wouldn't know her to speak ill of her. I'll be going now? Really? Influence gain T3. They love me. Okay, well that didn't really help. Speak to somebody who knew more about their relationship. Perhaps someone in the cantina knows them a little better. Maybe the bartender? Yeah, the bartender was like, they come to me for soul searching and stuff. So maybe it's like, you know, he came to me complaining about this fucking floozy who wouldn't go with him. Can I talk about the murder? Someone was saying that Sulio deeply humiliated Dagon the night he was murdered. Or she was murdered. That's a very good motive.
They don't know the complicated relationship they had. Many evenings after much beverage consumption, they would use that colourful language at each other. It was almost a game to them, I believe, something they looked forward to. But the soldiers? It would be easy for others to assume there was genuine fire in their exchange. They would get especially colourful when they had a crowd.
I don't know, this sounds like a creep harassing a woman, if I'm honest.
The soldiers must not understand that Dagon was not angry with her.
A bit of information will help with clearing Dagon. But the Onderon military won't let him off that easy. They're very obstinate. Maybe someone in here will know more about what happened that night.
This is like a full-on investigation, I guess. What happened the night of the murder? I would have said we would have led with this, but apparently not. Thanks you for giving me my next OnlyFans video idea. A boppet would confuse and probably break you. I never had any of those old toys. Dreya would say it's ancient technology and they don't understand it. I never had any of those old toys. I remember ads for them. Like, I had one of those, I think it was just called like 20Q or 20IQ or something. It was literally a 20 questions robot. It was like a little Tamagotchi-sized handheld thing, and it would play 20 questions with you. And I got hours of fun after that out of that. But I think that's the only, like, little digital toy I was given when I was a kid. I never had a boppet, but I do remember the ad. Yeah, they were around when I was a kid. I feel like a boppet now, if you handed that to a child, they'd be like, what the fuck is this? Give me my apps. I think I wanted one, even though what even is it? I can't imagine a boppet being fun. Like, what? A boppet, from what I know, a boppet is literally just like a series of knobs. It's a series of knobs, and it just like lights up and screams, "Bop it!" and you slap a knob. Twist it! And you twist one of the knobs. Fucking rip it! And you rip open a knob. Suck it! You know, it just does lots of different things at you. I think it would be fun for about 20 minutes max, and then you'd throw it away. The point is, it's easy and you have to get a high score. So it's a bit like, it seems like getting really into a very expensive version of that game on Google when the internet's out, when you jump over the cactuses with the little dinosaur. It's like, what's the point of this? You must be very bored. I guess it was the past. People were more bored. The internet probably wasn't as big a thing back then. They've never released a Bobbit with a soccer command. It's the roguelite of the hands. Rip it and you rip open a knob. I'll be going now. Oh, I was very busy that night. Some Gamorreans were breaking pieces of furniture. I know little of what happened. I'm afraid I won't be of much help to you. I'll be going now. We'll talk to some others. Seems like Captain Sulio and Dagon Gent would regularly hurl insults at each other, like angry boppets. That night, they were apparently quite drunk. The regulars didn't even notice because it was so routine, but patrons that didn't know them would think otherwise. This new information pretty effectively eliminates his motive. I don't buy this at all, by the way. Now you just need to find out what happened that night and try and prove it couldn't be Dagon Gent that killed her. I genuinely don't buy it. It sounds like a precursor to fidget cubes. I've never had a fidget cube or any fidget device, really. I wanted a fidget spinner, but just never got around to buying one, even though they were everywhere. I feel like they were so everywhere.
In real life.
Christ. I feel like fidget spinners were so everywhere that when I went into a shop, they were always sold out. And then by the time it died down, obviously they weren't stocking them anymore, so I just never saw one. I don't think I've ever even seen a fidget spinner. Maybe I have. But I've never used one.
Good to see you.
I think I'd like it. I think I'd like to just fidget with stuff. I kind of do that anyway. I'm kind of like twirling a pen or chewing on something. I'm worse. I'm not as bad as I used to be. I was worse, but I was quite fidgety as a teen. Now, mostly solve it. But I'm one of those people who's always doing like little fucking mini games in the browser and stuff constantly. Like, if I'm working on something or watching something, I have to be doing something else. I'm doing, like, some daily games, or I'm doing fucking, like, an incremental game or a clicker or something in the background. Or flicking through my phone or going on crosswords or something. You know, something I have to multitask or else I feel weird. It's why streaming is nice, because I'm doing, like, 4 different things on the screen. I practice invisible stimming, I tense my muscles, whatever. I crack my knuckles a lot, and I'm constantly cracking my... Yeah, this hand. I had to think about it. Constantly cracking my knuckles in this hand, because if I clench this fist, it cracks the knuckles. And I don't know why. Because it doesn't do it in this hand. This hand I can just clench. This hand, if I clench it, it goes all weird and starts popping. But I like that. You'd have enjoyed a Tamagotchi, I reckon. I've never even seen a Tamagotchi. Not sure what you do with one. Is it like a Nintendo Pets? I can't make noise. I hate it when people make noise around me when I'm trying to concentrate. Same, so I try not to do it as much. Especially around Emma, she hates the noise of cracking knuckles, so I don't do it as much anymore, at least when people are around. I used to, when I was a kid. In school, I would be cracking my knuckles or doing that fucking finger drum thing. Don't know if that's picking up on the mic. You know, where you're just like tapping your fingers on the desk. Just constantly. It must be so fucking annoying. There's a fuckhead at work who's the epitome of unearned white male confidence. And he always taps his foot or clicks his pen. I've blown up at him in meetings for it. I tend to. It doesn't make a noise, but Emma hates sitting next to me at the desk because I'm constantly bouncing my leg up and down. That's a big one that I've just remembered. I'm doing it right now. Like, I'm constantly, like, bouncing my leg up and down. Like, you know when you sit in a particular way and your muscle just sort of activates it on its own and you're just bouncing your knee up and down constantly for hours? I do that a lot. I would hate sitting next to you as well, Emma's right. I'm constantly like kicking my legs and stuff. It must be a nightmare. I will regularly get jabbed in the ribs by Emma saying, "Stop kicking your fucking legs." I'd like to talk to you about the murder again, please.
What do you want to know about that night?
I don't think you're going to give me anything new.
Because...
Okay, I'll be going now. Can I talk to anybody else? You just need to find out what happened that night to try and prove it couldn't be Dagon. Okay, we'll talk to everybody again. Like, Zachary, do you know what happened?
I'm still...
Shut up.
I really can't be any help with...
Really can't be any help with that. I'll be going now. Maybe this fucker, Kif. Want to talk to this person? What happened the night of the murder? There we go. Do whatever you fucking want, just not if it affects others. No leg shake in the cinema. Luckily, I don't think I've ever been in a cinema crowded enough to matter. Like, I don't know if I've ever sat next to anybody but Emma at the cinema. or like my brother or something when I was younger. Like, I think, I don't know if I'm ever in the same row as somebody at the cinema. I feel like whenever I go to the cinema, I'm always slightly shocked that they're still open. Because, like, when I went to Dune recently, Dune's a huge fucking movie. There was like 4 people in that cinema, including us. And I was like, Jesus. Are you fucking sure? Because I've been sat seats away from leg shakers and I've gotten motion sick. Oh god. I will make sure in future. What happened the night of the murder? I'm just calling you a potential liar. It's possible.
I remember that Dagon left about 1 standard hour before closing. I didn't know Captain Sully...
whatever. You talk too quick. I did hear a loud sound outside, but I didn't go outside to investigate until my business was carefully put on hold. I believe Nico was the first to go outside. I'll talk to Nico then. Babyface weirdo. Tell me what happened that night.
Welcome back. My deck is still warm if you're up for Bazak.
You fucking slut. Can I talk to you about Captain Sulio's murder?
Foul business, that is. Like most nights, I was here. What do you want to talk about?
Tell me what happened that night.
I was cleaning up stakes from a particularly rewarding Bazak game when I heard a loud sound outside. I grabbed my blaster and went out the door. When I got out, I saw Captain Salio. She was quite dead. Blood was everywhere. I heard a noise and saw Dagon Gent coming from his office across the courtyard. We both waited for the authorities to get there. The next day, they picked up Dagon and several other people in the area.
It sounds like he was in his office.
I mean, Salio was our friend.
Where did you find the body?
Just outside the door by the junk heap.
It might be a good idea to look at the crime scene. We fought many soldiers in the Mandalorian Wars. The Onderonians were certainly brave, but they were disorganized and stupid. I wouldn't be surprised.
I like that he has so many comments. Cinemas died a death here. There was a multi-screen Cineplex, but as soon as the pandemic happened, it's been marked permanently closed. They closed down the big multi-screen cinema in Cork City, or at least one of them, and it reopened again recently, and it looks mostly the same, except they have more luxurious chairs now. But again, anytime I've gone there, it's been mostly empty. I'm shocked they're still running. Okay, I'll be going. Let's go. Mine closed, then opened during pandemic and reactivated my membership and wouldn't provide any kind of refund. Fuck Odeon. I don't know if we have Odeon here. Like, the Gate is a big chain here. I don't know what other chains we have. We don't have any of, like, the big British or American ones, I think. Like, we don't have AMC or whatever they're called. Where's the door? How do I leave? I've forgotten where the door is. There we go. Junk pile out in the square. Oh, I like the cinema occasionally. Do I? I think if I didn't know Emma, I would go to the cinema maybe once every 2 years. But because I know Emma and she loves going to the cinema, we end up going probably like once a month. Which is not too much, but like I don't love it. I'd rather not go, to be totally honest. It's very rare that I want to see a movie in the cinema. I wanted to see Dune in the cinema. That would have been like my once every 2 years. My ex worked at Odeon, so I went a lot for several years. Being able to afford the cinema all the time and whinging about it is so annoying. Really? I feel like €8.50 to €9 a month on a movie ticket is not that big an expense, surely. Salvager. Do I have to talk to you? Is it which junk pile is it? Those seat kickers, those talkers. See, that's the thing. The movies, the cinema can be really good. Like, I wouldn't like, there's no point in seeing, like, Dune 2, for instance, outside of a cinema. It would be a pointless, worthless experience. But the people at a cinema, if it is more crowded, fuck me, it's a nightmare, because people will cough and talk and shine their fucking phones around. It's so awful. So shit. It's like $20 each here. Fuck me.
You a writer? Last thing we need is more competition.
Not of beasts. Can I investigate any of these? Maybe it's this big one out here. Why is there just random junk piles?
Heard of any good finds?
No, I don't know what you're talking about, really. Junk pile, junk pile. You? Do you know?
Not much, but enough to live on.
They should clean up this city. We can get a monthly £20 ticket, and I think if you even see a film a week, you've got your money back. Oh, I wouldn't go... See, even... Like, they're not that expensive here. I still wouldn't go see a film a week. That seems like way too much fucking effort. Like, I don't want to see a film a week in a cinema. Again, I'm once every month or two is my absolute limit. Like, I would never go more than that. Stuff sweets in your bra. Oh yeah, I hate buying food and stuff in the cinema because it's so fucking expensive. That must be... I have a feeling it must be even more expensive here than in other countries. Because fuck me, it's expensive. It's way more expensive than the tickets to buy food in, like popcorn. It's like $8.50 a ticket. It's like $6.50 a ticket if you're a student and go on like a Tuesday in like my local or nearest cinema. It's so cheap. It's like $6.50 to go see a movie, but the popcorn is like $9.50 for like a medium popcorn. It's fucking so expensive. So I will if I want food, I'll bring it in, to be honest. But even then, I don't bother. You search the trash heap for anything connected to Captain Sulio's murder. The only thing you can find is dried blood where she was killed. Maybe there's something else in the area. There's a big old robot. I mean, maybe that killed her. You don't need to stuff your bra on as you want to. A lot of cinemas will let you take in your own food. I've never particularly hid my food when going into a cinema. I will just put it in my bag. Like, not just because it's convenient. I don't know if you need to hide it. Like, what are they gonna do? I think in general, most people would not give a fuck if they're working in a cinema.
Destroyed recently. Someone inside the cantina might know more.
Oh good, somebody mentioned a droid. I would only hide booze. I've never brought alcohol into a cinema. Is that illegal? I actually don't know. Maybe not, right? My extra money all goes on weed and booze and nicotine. I've truly fallen into the cliche and I don't care. As I understand it, major movies will take the majority of the ticket income and the cinema makes most of the money from the food. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but oh, it's so expensive. Like, popcorn is so cheap in like a shop. Like, popcorn is so fucking cheap. But in a cinema, it's so fucking expensive. It's like a 4,000% markup. A lot of cinemas here have bars. Actually, you know what? My local cinema, which I think is closing because nobody goes to it because it sucks. My local cinema has a bar in it. It's like a wine bar. It's not like a proper bar, and I've never bothered going up to it. But it has like a kind of an Art Deco style upstairs area that's just like a wine bar. And yeah, actually, I've never been in the posh seats, but you can get the posh seats and get wine and beer at your seat. But that's like fucking €20 a ticket. Like, I think it's more. I think it's like even more. How much is it? Hang on, I'm gonna check. Because there's an option. I think my parents did it once, where you get like a recliner and they give you like beer and a meal. How much is that ticket? Ticket prices, please. Tickets. Select. Let's say I want to go see Monkey Man on this date at 6:30. Submit. Book tickets. How much would this be? Mezzanine seat. €23! Fuck off! That's so expensive! And they've even upped the price. It's now €9 for a normal ticket. It was like $8 a year ago. I hate the world. Fucking €23! You automatically get a large popcorn, a fountain drink, or some wine. Okay, It's still not that much, to be honest. Christ. Close that, go back to the game. We have a posh movie theatre here, the Alamo Draft House style. It's like a quid or two more than the Odeon. It's not €23 anyway, it's like 15 a ticket. I've never even been. That's so... Because the cinema, one of the reasons I don't go is because the normal seats are kind of shit. Like, it's a smallish screen, because it's like an indie cinema. The normal seats are kind of shit. But upstairs, there's like a balcony that overlooks the screen, like an opera house. And it's got like proper recliners, and that's where it's nice to sit. And you can see better. And it's like, that seems lame. I don't want to go here. Zart, any more info? Talk about the murder? Nope, you have nothing to say. What about you? Do you have anything to say? Talk about the murder. I found a broken serving droid by the murder scene.
Droids are sadly vandalized all the time now. It's probably one of Bahama's droids. He keeps losing them. A source of displeasure for him. I know nothing more, though.
I'll talk to Bahama. Is it possible that the droid saw something that we could recover? I forgot that that's a possibility in Robot World. He probably has a fucking hard drive built into his brain that we could just like and just plug into a computer.
Quite possible. Did you find the head? The memory core is located there on that model.
I didn't look. No, it was missing. Fuck.
Without a head, I can't do anything. If you do find the head, however, I could work on it. I have the proper equipment to do that operation.
Okay. I'll talk to Bahama, see if he knows anything. Hello. You've got a very shiny head. I feel like it would be squishable. You remind me of like, what are those goofy looking whales with the squish heads? You know, they have like the little squishable head that looks like a laundry capsule. Like a little laundry pod, and it looks very satisfying to squish in. I can't remember what they're called. I'm trying to think. Do they begin with B? Belugas. Beluga whales. But they have the little squish face. Look like that. Can I talk with you about the murder? I found a broken serving droid and it might be yours.
That would be
Yes. What was your voice?
That would be Sodi. That's the third serving droid I've had this month. I hired a human to do the job. She's not very good, but at least she doesn't get stolen or destroyed as easily.
Oh, that's an unpleasant thought. What keeps happening to your serving droids?
Recently, this area has become more dangerous. Vandalism and robbery are sadly common. My droids keep getting stolen. Sodi went missing the night Captain Sulio was murdered.
Why didn't you mention this before?
I didn't know it would interest you. He was found near the body, I'm given to understand. Nico would know more about that. So we're all space racists to droids.
Beluga whales look like they could make our heads explode with telekinetic power if we piss one off. I'll be going now. Nico would know more. Nico's babyface. Hello, babyface.
Welcome back. My deck is still warm if you're up for...
Don't say that to me, I hate you. Can I talk to you about the murder? I found a broken droid.
That would be Bahama's SOD-2. No, SOD-3.
Sodi.
Whichever one it was, he keeps losing them. I remember when I arrived, it was still smoldering.
Why did nobody fucking mention this?
Who knows? Sometimes the slum dwellers shoot his serving droids for fun.
That's mean.
This part of the quarter is getting more and more
I hope they
lawless,
don't feel that.
When Dagon and I were waiting for the soldiers, we had to chase off some scavengers that were stripping SOD-3.
Do you remember who scavenged him?
No, I'm afraid there was quite a crowd growing. We were seeing if there was any way we could help Sulio. There was nothing we could do, of course. She was dead.
She put her consciousness into the droid. Classic case. Okay. That doesn't massively help, to be honest. Did I get any update? Someone in the cantina can give you more information.
Welcome back. That would be Bahim. Who knows? When Dagon and I were waiting for the soldiers... No, I'm afraid there was quite a crowd growing.
Okay, well that doesn't help. I hate talking to you, you're just annoying. What about you? No, we already talked to you. What about you? Soldiers. Soldiers came. You would have seen something. I'd like to talk to you about the murder.
If you ask me.
Yeah, fine. Found a broken droid.
That Bith keeps buying droids. and the scavengers keep stealing them or blowing them up. Seems he's finally given up. The waitress is awful, but she's more fun than his droids ever were.
Jesus, I hate you. Is there a way I can murder you? Any idea which scavenger got to his droid?
I wouldn't tell you even if I knew. I could tell you where you could find the parts, though.
Where?
That western square has the perfect fence for droid parts.
Oh.
There's a droid vendor called 1B8D. That droid is as dumb as a Gamorrean. He'll buy anything because he's too stupid to do anything else.
You don't
1B8D
come across
is
as that
quite
bright
handy.
yourself.
Quite a few of the slum dwellers make a good living salvaging droid parts for him. You might have even bought some.
Okay. I'll find a droid head. We'll get a droid head. not in that way. We'll get droid head. Then we'll bring it to Twi'lek boy. Not the pervert with the tentacles, but the normal one, the hacker. Get the memories. Find out who killed your one. And then that'll be it. It'll be fine. Hello, you're kind of cute. I like you. I like your little face.
I am 1B8D, an automated droid vendor.
I need to know if you have any parts from one of Bahima's serving droids.
Entity Bahima unknown. I have many serving droid parts.
He lives like right there. I'd like to buy the parts.
The market rate for those parts would be 25 credits.
Oh, that's so much less than I was expecting. I thought it was going to be like $1,000. Oh, that's nothing. Okay.
Thank you for your business.
Kiff in the cantina can probably do
Yeah, I know. I've worked it out.
Head back.
In many ways, this game is just Madeline, isn't it? European Adventures. Madeline Space Galaxy Adventures. Remember, Kiff in the cantina said that he could do something with these. It's like, I know I don't have the best track record for puzzles, but my god. Fantastic. Ooh, I've leveled. I didn't even notice. I can't think of cinemas without remembering going to see the first Spider-Man during university. When we came out, there was a film radio crew who jumped on us at the exit, shoving a microphone into our faces. People are saying that the violence is too much for a kids' movie. Do they agree? When I said not really, she immediately lost interest and tried asking my friend instead. We need sound bites. Also, that movie is not particularly violent. There's like, I think there's a single drop of blood in that movie. I watched it again fairly recently. There's some punch-em-ups. There's some little punch-em-ups and some scuffles. But mainly it's like Spider-Man doing goofy backflips while going, "It's you who's out, copy! Out of his mind!" Hello, Kev. I have a head, I think. I have the remains of Sodi. Can you get any information?
Let me see. You've got the head. That's where his memory core is. Give me a minute or two. Let's take a look at the last feed.
Hello there. What is this? Oh my, she's dead.
Oh, that was a fucking soldier boy. It's fucking... It's probably fucking Weirdo in the background. He probably did it. The one who's clearly like slut-shaming her or something. The misogynist. Who's like, she's better off dead, frigid bitch, or whatever he said. Oh, who am I showing this to, by the way? You should show this to Nico to get his help in clearing David Gate. Why the fuck am I talking to Nico so much? Nico's an infant. I don't know if he's going to be of much help.
Welcome back. My deck is still warm if you're up for Bazak.
Can I talk to you about the murder?
Foul business, that is. Like most nights, I was here.
I want to show you Sodi. Also, that's a very sad thing to say. I don't think America... And Star Wars is American, but I don't know if America has the same sort of pub culture that like Britain and Ireland do. I think going to the bar, like an American bar every night, is quite sad. I want to show you Sodi's... Although, what else is there to do? This town looks fucking shit.
If it'll help Dagon, you got
There's no like
There's
fucking
no way that
cafes or
Dagon could have
bookshops.
done it. I saw him coming from his office. That's the opposite direction of the marketplace.
Oh, there we
should
go.
go talk to Captain Riken and clear all of this up.
Easy. Fun part was my buddy was the quintessential comic book nerd, so he went into how it's integral to the character and acts as a mirror to the more moral and self-sacrifice of the
Nico,
hero.
is it? And the off-worlder. What brings the two of you here?
We have proof, sort of. Dagon Gent couldn't have killed Captain Sulio. We could have easily convinced these people to lie, but you'll assume we haven't, I guess. This feels a little bit like hazy evidence. Like, the shot came from this way, and a couple of people said they saw him coming from the other direction. That's enough, I guess, to throw doubt on it at least.
That's a bold statement. I assume you have some sort of proof.
Nico can explain it, because really it's not much, but maybe he can big it up. He's a child lawyer.
It's a long story, so bear with me, Captain. The night of the murder, I was playing
Oh, fuck me. He's going to tell a whole story about it. Thank you for skipping.
We still don't know who killed Sulio, but this will greatly assist our investigation.
Hey, you did got away.
You have been ordered off this investigation.
Oh, never mind,
Captain.
you're evil.
I hope you can explain yourself.
I had nothing to do with this, sir. This citizen found information about Captain Sulio's murder. It's material to the investigation.
We've already got our man. Sulio and this Gent were fighting the night she was murdered. He had ample motive.
They weren't really fighting. The regulars of the cantina can vouch for that.
Have you read the report? Some of the things Sulio called him were vile. Sulio and Dagon
I kind of agree with
other.
you, to be honest. She wasn't killed until near closing time. Others can confirm that they were good friends.
Why, you little... Friends would not carry on in such a manner.
It's absolutely true, Major. I was a friend of both of them. They've done this dozens of times. Bahima, the bartender, can confirm it, as well as half a dozen other people. They were an odd pair, but they certainly didn't hate each other.
I see. But there's still the fact that he was right there at the scene of the crime.
No, he wasn't. Dagon Gent was coming from inside the bar with Nico. Nico saw him come from his office. Oh, fuck, I can't remember. Where did he come from? He said from within his office, didn't he? Nico came from his office. And then we can maybe get him with, but he was shot from the other side. I wasn't paying enough attention to the details, I'll be honest. Some scavengers were stripping the serving droid there within a minute or two.
So what? What matters is who was there first. An eyewitness said he came from his office almost immediately. The only thing that matters to me is that he was within blaster range when Sulio was killed, and he did not have an alibi.
He came from his office, but a recording of the murder shows that the shot came from the opposite direction.
You have a recording? Well, I'm sure you're just misinterpreting it.
I've seen it myself, Major. Nico isn't the only one that spotted Dagon coming from his office. It really can't be Dagon Gent. The real killer is still loose.
Yes!
Very well, Captain. Set Gent free, then. But if later it turns out that he did do it, it's going to be on your head.
Case solved? Sort of. It doesn't feel that satisfying.
Right the Major sure isn't happy. You're quite a team. Together, you got the Major to back down. That's no small feat.
The Major seemed particularly unwilling to believe that Dagon was innocent.
The investigation has been handled at the highest levels. I've heard there's been some concern about that. With Dagon free, I don't know if the investigation team will find another suspect. They haven't been as diligent as other investigators.
What do you mean?
I'm not gonna say anymore. Probably said too much already.
I'm the one good cop in this city.
We'll bring him there shortly. Thanks for clearing this whole thing up. I could tell the justice wasn't being served, but we all have our orders. We really
yeah, but I don't think I'm just following orders holds up anymore. Have you ever heard of Nuremberg?
Thanks for getting me out of there. As detention cells go, it had definite class, but I prefer being out on my own all the same. I owe you and Mandalore one.
You're very bald. You're like properly bald. You're like bald in the same way that the characters in Dune 2 were bald, and that's as bald as you can get. This couldn't be less Star Warsy if it tried. I think it's sort of Star Warsy. I like that it's not that Star Warsy, to be honest, because I don't like Star Wars. It's not an RPG without having to have some criminal trial to force yourself into. I mean, the amount of times we went to Fish Hague in the last game. I haven't been to The Hague once in this one. Mandalore said you might be able to help me out. I need to get in touch with someone from the palace.
Not many people can help you out with that. There have been several assassination attempts on Queen Talia. That place is locked tighter than a Hutch vault.
I was expecting something else in that sentence.
You need to get in touch with.
I thought I was going to get real blue, but that's not... That wouldn't be Star Wars-y. They don't even swear in Star Wars. They say things like, ah, frack! They do, you fucking nerf herder! They don't say it. They don't really properly swear. It's a Jedi Master? I'll be fine with this guy.
A Jedi Master, you say? Now that is interesting. It's quite a bounty in Jedi these days. Not that I'm looking to collect, but if there's a master there, I think I know who it is.
Can you get in touch? Who do you think it is?
I'm not certain, otherwise I'd tell you. But the man I'm thinking about is smart, likes to stay in the shadows, and is cryptic as hell. If he isn't a Jedi Master, he should become one.
A lot of the Jedi seem real fucking dumb, so I don't know if it is him. Can you get in touch with someone inside the palace? Like, every story about the Jedi is about how they've fucked up everything.
There's a slight problem with that. I know you don't want to hear that since you went through all the effort of springing me out. The thing is, scavengers have already looted most of my stuff. Most of it's garbage anyway, so I don't care too much.
Garbage!
But I did have a couple of encrypted
I'm a
holodiscs
space American. I come from space
so
New York.
Punchline. I need those discs because they have some contact information on them. The people I know you don't just walk up and chat with. There's a procedure. And that holodisc has the procedure.
Why are you pronouncing it like that? I've always been saying holodisc instead of holodisc. Like it's a Rolo. Do they have Rolos in other countries? I associate Rolos with, like, Britain. I don't know if they exist anywhere else. Maybe they do. I'm sure they're, like, fucking international conglomerate owned. Like, maybe mayors own them or some shit.
The Kells gang pretty much owns this street. From what I hear,
they're gross.
She's the one that cleans
if you don't know what they are.
She's in the local
they're like a little
cantina
caramel
most days.
treat. They're
She's
disgusting.
Tough as Drexel leather and more dangerous than an angry Wookiee. If you take Mandalore with you, though, you should be just fine. Just get me the encrypted holodisc. After that, if there is a Jedi Master in the palace, I'll get you a meeting with him.
Ooh, I got a short lightsaber. I don't need one. My lightsaber's fine. They keep giving me tiny little baby lightsabers. I find it patronizing. Dagon can arrange a meeting between you and the Jedi Master hidden somewhere in the royal palace. In order to do so, he needs some encrypted holodiscs that were stolen from his place when he was arrested. He believes that a Beast Rider gang leader named Backle has them in her possession, located at the Isis Cantina. We saw her, or we heard her get referred to recently. You've cleared Dagon Gent of the captain's murder. He can't send word to the palace without holodiscs. That's fine. How do I close this? There we go. I should probably level up. Am I going to? No. But I probably should. Just know that I know it's there. Again, I'm very fast and loose when it comes to playing games on this stream. I like making mistakes and doing it poorly. Because, like, again, when I'm playing games off camera, I am very sort of hyper aware of everything. And do everything very slowly and meticulously. Read every line of dialogue over and over. Do every side quest I can possibly find, 100% completion. So it's nice to just fucking break through shit. Hello, Beckle. Enjoying these... What is the point of this? Like, I've said before, I don't understand the concept of a strip club. The concept of a strip club makes me sad and bored. Like, I don't get it. I don't get what you get out of it. I don't get what's fun about a strip club. But surely even a strip club would be more interesting than whatever the fuck this is. Holographic strippers? What's the... I thought maybe the point of a strip club is, like, their meat in front of you, you know? They're actually made of human meat. This is nothing. You may as well be watching... I guess it's the same problem I have with being really into, like, Hatsune Miku. This is like the sexual version of Hatsune Miku. It's the naked people. I think what you get out of it is... It's a bit sad, though, I agree. Hello, Agemix. But I think I'd find it so awkward, because it's a bit like the concept of a pornographic theatre. The one that Pee Wee Herman got caught in. Sort of pulling himself silly. that one time, and it got him cancelled for a while. But I don't get, because in a strip club, I believe it's frowned upon to arrive, right? I think you're not supposed to. So what's the point of going to one? Do you just sit there, look at some breasts and drink? Because that's so sad. I don't get it. That happened. Pee Wee Herman wanked at a club. It was a I don't think it was a strip club. It was a pornographic theater, wasn't it? Hang on. Pee Wee. Masturbation? This better be right or I'm about to see some fucked up stuff. Pee Wee masturbation. In 1991, police caught Paul Rubens touching himself in a theater. On July 26, 1991, Paul Rubens, the star of children's television show Pee Wee's Playhouse, was arrested when an undercover detective discovered him masturbating in an adult video theater in Sarasota, Florida. Again, I was confused when I read that for the first time, because what's the surely the floor is covered in, like, a full 3 centimeters of cum in an adult movie theater. Like, surely you expect that. Like, what else are you supposed to do? Do you just watch it, then go, okay, I'm going to remember this really hard, and then run home? That sounds horrible. Like, oh yeah, look at her breasts. Oh, look at that vagina. Love that. Look at that. There's a penis there. Oh, it's going in. Okay, I'm going to run home really quickly. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. Run into your cupboard or whatever. You know, like, what's the point if not for this? Surely they just go through, it's a tile floor with a drain in the middle. All the floors are slightly sloped towards the center. And then a guy comes in afterwards wearing a face mask. So he just with a big squeegee, and just kind of goes towards the drain. That's the only way I could think about this sort of setup. Anyway, that happened, by the way, if you were wondering. Why maybe in the 90s he wasn't around as much. So much detail, I already feel woozy. I worked at a barmaid at a strip club for 8 months. It was disgusting in there. Oh. Is it not a designated wank place? Exactly. I thought it was like a wank booth. Although maybe that's... I've never been in one, but apparently back in the day... Did he have child porn? I don't believe so. I think it was all fairly benevolent. Maybe he did, I don't know. I think I associate that more with the, like, child presenters on the BBC. But I think in old pornography and sex shops, when they used to exist, I think they had, like, booths where you go into, like, a little hut and watch a pornographic DVD. Wikipedia said he did? Really? Is he actually a wrong'un? I thought he was, like, falsely wrong'uned. Paul Rubin. Like the sandwich. Paul Rubens, there we go. Cameos and guess at legal issues, arrests, subsequent charges. Oh, God. Oh, my God! He did! Jeez. Much later, like 2004. Fuck me. Paul Rubin's personal representative said at the time that the description of the items was inaccurate. He turned himself in. Was he cleared? He pleaded not guilty, and the charges were dropped as a guilty plea. It kind of sounds like he did have some, yeah. Okay, never mind. Ew. Ew. Rubin said that what the city attorney's office viewed as pornography, he considered innocent art. Right. Closing that down. Creep. I thought it was just the pornographic theatre thing. That on its own is fine. Again, it's basically a wank booth. Like, why are you always defending this guy? I always heard that it was just that. I guess there was later stuff that nobody talked about. This hologram is not programmed to interact with Cantina patrons. That's even worse! Like, surely at least if you're going through the... Like, at least it would be like VR pornography. You know, like there's that famous gif or clip of that guy in like a gaming convention with like the the mannequin, like humping the mannequin while wearing a VR headset. And on the screen behind him is like what he's seeing, and it's like an anime girl going like, "Ooh, woo, senpai, please." I thought it would be like that, but no, they just literally dance there like screensavers. Anyway, hello, who are you? Beckel or whatever?
What do you want here, Offworlder? The room is taken. The whole cantina is taken. You should leave.
Fuck you, why are you such a prick? My first thought was, glad we have pressure watchers, but then I worry to aerialize it. Oh, please, for the love of God, find and show me that. I think I've shown this before, have I? I don't know how I'd search for it. VR anime sex demo? Oh, God. I mean, that instantly links to like 15 porn links. Images? No, that's a lot of... Bizarrely, a lot of Aunt Cass from Pixar and Nier Automata is what I'm seeing. Like, just repeated over and over again. VR anime sex demo convention? Dreya, no. There we go. I think I've actually found it. Watch. On Reddit. Archived post. This post was deleted? Why? It wasn't... You couldn't even see his penis. I can give you a still image. Oh, there's another one. I've also seen this one. View image? No, go to website. Accept all cookies, sure. Why not? This blow-up doll has an iPhone in it and is connected to the Unity for blow-up doll position. Yeah, but I can't... The image is down. Why is the image down? Disable safe search. Or not safe search, ad blocker. Enabled on this site. Can I see anything? This video is age restricted. Watch on YouTube. The future of gaming, Oculus. There we go. This is one of the two I was thinking of. It's just openly at a gaming convention. Oh my God, what's wrong with you? Please, I'm begging you to touch grass. Fucking hell. This room must fucking reek. What are you doing? Is he trying to slap it? I don't think his penis is even out. Oh my God, it's so sad, man. I've reported the stream and alerted the authorities. Why are you showing us this again? What is wrong with people? There's something wrong with humans. Fucking hell. He's really going for it. That goes on for a full minute and a half. Comments are turned off. I wonder why. So horrible. The other image I saw was this one. Hang on. Let me open image in new tab. This is another video that seems to be deleted from everywhere. This one. Real bad. What a fucking knob. I wanted to see KotOR. Let's go over to the game screen and click that. There we go. You have something that belongs to Dagon Gent. I want to get it back. Are you a beast rider? Sure, this is fine.
You? And just how do you intend to do that?
I could punch you in the belly. I don't know. Can you link? Sure. I was hoping I might be able to buy the holodiscs you can get from his office. I intend to cunt you down in front of your... Not cunt you down. Tend to cut you down in front of your men. Then after I kill them, I'll take it from your corpse, giving anime fans a bad name. I was hoping I might be able to buy any. Oh, I could punch you in the belly. Or do the thing we mentioned earlier about boppets. I was hoping I might be able to buy them.
It isn't for sale. I warned you, Offworlder. Kill her.
Jesus, that's a bit of a fucking jump. Getting circumcised in front of the men. Oh, God. I will perform a space bris on you. Cunt you down sounds like queer slang. Or Australian slang. They're constantly calling each other cunt, aren't they? Like in Bluey or whatever. Oh, Bluey, you cunt. Pick up your fucking toys. I'm gonna do stasis on you and then a force wave. And then, are my boys anywhere around? I noticed that my boys aren't in the fucking room. That would help. Run in here, please. I'm on my own. There we go. You start shooting some people. Do some, like, power attacks. And you as well. I would like you to come in and help. There we go. This is going fine. Maybe do, like a carbonite and then just start attacking. And then just keep doing that. Easy. Can't wait to get Oh, that was easy. Everyone in this town sucks. They all think they don't. Not even fighting the others. I've considered making those Bluey edits, but some things are too pure. Again, I've only really seen very short clips of Bluey and that game we played with Emma. Open starport visa! Ooh, lovely. I have an open starport visa. I can give it to some people, maybe. Maybe I'll give it to Ginger Idiot. Did I take the holodisc, by the way? I can't... I wasn't paying attention. I'll assume we did. Go back to that guy, wherever he is. I'd settle for adding in unnecessary censor bleeps and let people put up their imagination to the test. That was a big thing in the... I'm gonna say late 2000s, because I would have been a youngish kid for Sesame Street, I think. There was a lot of clips going around of people just censoring, like, the Count on Sesame Street to make it look like he was saying, like, fuck you or whatever. I don't know why, but it was the style at the time. Is this your house? It is your house. Hello.
Have you found the encrypted holodiscs yet?
Maybe.
I won't be able to get hold of my contact from the palace without it.
I got the holodisc from Beckel. Please don't ask what happened.
Great going there. With these, I'll check my contacts at the palace. I should be able to get a meeting with your Jedi Master shortly. You got anything you need to take care of?
He's got the same accent as Bugs Bunny.
Let's do it now. You're dealing with serious politics by contacting him. If things go bad during a meeting, you may not be welcome in ISIS anymore. Perhaps never. Just let me know if you want to go through with this.
Something I have to do first. I might give one of those starports, like starport visa. There are many people in ISIS who are looking for an open starport visa in order to leave the city before things get any worse. If you found a visa, you might have a difficult decision. I do have a visa, but who do I want to give it to, if anybody? Maybe I just keep it for myself as a spare. I could give it, right now, the two options that I can think of are Republic Spy Boy or Widow. which one? I don't know. There's a Widow and a Republic Spy Boy who could use it. The others are all just like, I'm a business boy and I can give you some money. And I'm like, I have... How much money? I have 121,000 space euro. I don't need your fucking money. I have so much money I could never spend it all. One I did for Octonauts, where a pirate cat yelled "Shiver my whiskers" at a tornado coming at him, and I made it shit my... and then bleep. It's the small things. Hello? You're not going to attack me, right? Where were these... Where was the needy widow? When I have to sit through kids' shows, I have to find ways to entertain myself. I thought everybody loved Bluey too much to edit anything of it. Tolas, you suck. You're just a business boy. You're a widow.
Captain, you're back. Please tell me you have an open starport visa.
But you're also quite rich. Like, you're kind of a... I imagine you're a bit of a Tory. Or at least... I kind of get like a New Labour vibe from you. Like, you probably love Gordon Brown. Can you tell me your story again? Like, just for entertainment. Dance for me. Tell me why I should pick you. Have you ever seen X Factor?
My husband was killed by General Vaklu's troops. Our home was seized, and we were cast out. We have seen many wars on Isis, and I know war is coming. I want to spare my children from bloodshed.
I sense you're not telling me something.
I've told you our story.
Tell me the truth.
My husband, he was part of the ISIS council. He was a strong supporter of the Queen and the Republic.
The X-Wing factor.
His views weren't always popular. Over time, he became convinced that Vaklu was trying to kill Queen Talia.
It's
he
probably
tried to
true,
kill
yeah.
Vaklu to protect the Queen. The conspiracy
Like
was
a bee.
discovered, and he was
Was he a
shot
bee?
during the
Were you married to a
arrest.
space bee?
What he did was wrong.
Space bee raised its
Our life has been so difficult since then. I just want to get off this planet and start a new life. Please, help us. No one else will.
I mean, that's, if you're telling the truth, that's fairly sympathetic. But there is also the Republic spy who has, like, important info or whatever. Quote 942, how many vaginas does a snake have? We learned it was 2, with matching clitorises. So good for them. I'll see what I can do. I'll think about it. I don't know. Fuck it, give it to them. Because I'm right here anyway.
Captain,
here, have the fucking port. Found a visa for you here.
Thank the Four Moons for your kindness, Off-Worlder. I only wish I had some way to thank you. But my children and I will never forget your kindness. Hurry, children. We get to go on a spaceship, thanks to the captain.
Oh, I already regret it.
We get
that
to go
fucking...
into space.
Hello, children. We're going into space now. But, Mama, will there be paws? I don't want to go if there are paws. Don't worry. We'll eliminate them all by the time we arrive.
My mum used to bring me back Pingu Head ice cream from the pub she worked at when I was a weein. Aw, it's just a nice story. They do make farting references in Bluey a lot. Then in a later Series 3 episode, the little sister Bingo gets excited at tearing a paper seal and yells, "Ooh, I want to rip one," and it just writes herself. Clitorises or clitori? I think it's probably clitori, isn't it? I don't think I've ever looked this up, despite how often I talk about clits. Plural of clitoris. The standard plural of clitoris is clitorises. Clitorides replicates the Greek plural and is also used, but is more technical. Clitorides! It's Greek, apparently, and not Latin. Okay. Why would it be clitori? Comes via New Latin from Greek. The standard plural is clitorises. Okay, I'm happy with that. That's what I'm going to call it from now on. Love that. Let's go back to the game. So I need to set up my key bindings again, because I can't, like, press the numpad. I'm never not thinking about clits. I mean, they're just, like, little knobs that some people have. It's fun. Even bigger crime than people who think it's octopi. Isn't it octipodes? Or octopodes, depending on how you want to pronounce it. I think I remember reading that. Or just octopuses. It's octopuses, or I think it's the same thing, really. Yeah, octipodes. Clit on the brain. I read that as sillet, as in like sillet bag, for some reason. Clit bag would not be a good cleaner.
So you still intend to go
Clitorides is
through
the
with
next
it?
name for my RPG
I can
character.
schedule the meeting with your Jedi Master as soon as you like. Like I was saying, though, once I use my contact...
You can get another
maybe it
passport
over
visa?
your head.
Can
You
I?
may not be welcome.
I have something I have to do first. Can I? Do I already have one? Hang on. How many do I have? Quests. Access code. Dorito Goblin Starport visa. Remnants of shit. Where can I get another one? Also, no one says it like that. They all just say pods. Octopods. So that would be... clitorides, maybe? Jay says talk to that alien guy. Where's that gif of that fucking Batman villain saying, do you have any idea how little that narrows it down? There's so many weird little alien freaks in this game. Clitorides, savior of Arrakis. Oh my god. I really like... A lot of people were making fun of Dune for having, like, 40,000 years in the future space people called, like, Paul and fucking Dakota or Idaho or whatever the fuck their names were. I was like, that's kind of fun. I like that. Nobody harps on fucking Star Wars for a character named Luke. Named like a fucking 12-year-old in 2002. I do like the idea of Odysseus and Heracles just rocking up Clitorides and Octopodes. Fuck, I can't speak. Weird alien guy. Are you a weird alien guy? Oh, there's a weird alien guy over here. The sort of guy. This boy. Oh, could I maybe take my starport visa and Tipex out the face and go paste your face over it and just pretend to be me and give it to him? Is that who I can do? A friend of mine told me that you're the guy I should ask about adjusting starport visas. You have a personalized visa that you need to be made an open one. It's a tricky process, but after many failures I've mastered it. It will cost 500 credits. It's one to your left. Now there is sometimes a delay, so it could be the one I was just talking to, or is it this guy again? I don't know. Is it this nerd? I never talked to you. Smooth Skin? Are you from Fallout? I also watched Fallout. I didn't watch Fallout yet. I'll watch Fallout at some point. Emma suggested watching Fallout, and I was like, yeah, okay, I'll watch Fallout if you want to. Not like in a particular rush. And then I saw that everybody apparently loves it, and I was like, oh, I should watch Fallout. And now Emma no longer wants to watch Fallout, so I'm just like putting it off. Do you know where I could find an extra starport visa? Racist. It was the guy you're talking to. Fuck. I'll tell you what I tell everyone. Open starport
visas are rarer than something crystals. Only the very rich, very powerful, or very connected can get them, and none of them will give them up lightly. Be thankful you have a visa of your own. Many of you are not that fortunate.
Alright, fine. I'll just fucking Tipex out mine. He was the guy you were talking to. Yeah, but I thought I could get maybe another one. Fine. A friend of mine told me you could adjust it. Here's 500 credits. I mean, I've just lost my visa. Right? Is that what's happening?
God like clitorides, son of wise octopus.
Oh my god.
Son of the great king
Here's your starport visa. Quite a pleasure doing business with you. Note open starport. I mean, I'll give it to him then. Do I still have mine, or did I just have an extra one that I forgot I picked up? Oh, I do have mine still. Who the fuck did I pick up then? Sliced open starport visa. I had no idea that I had another one. I picked it up at some point, I guess. Cool. Oh, you were going to sell me a crystal, weren't you? I'm not giving it to you, don't worry. Yeah, whatever. A lightsaber crystal, please.
Many Jedi have fought on this world. One of them lost their lightsaber in the Beast Wars. A reliable source says it's a rare Quixoni crystal. Incredibly rare and valuable. I see that's grabbed your interest, eh? There's only one way you're going to get it.
In here.
One
I wanted to
open
see how
starport
TTV would
visa.
handle that
No
pronunciation.
visa, no crystal.
Oh, fuck, really? Ooh. What do you need the starport visa for?
Don't worry what I'll do with a visa. Maybe I'll just take a vacation. Maybe I just want to visit my mother on Nar Shaddaa. Decent citizens like you really don't want to know what I'm going to do with it.
I don't like your voice. I have an honest face. You will answer my question. What do you need the visa for? Mush mind?
You have an honest face. I will answer your question.
Oh,
I need
fuck
to
off,
transport
you're not
concrete
getting this.
explosives for the exchange. They're going to use it to take care of some competition and some local authorities. Permanently.
Yeah, there's no way. Goodbye, I'll be going now. I might kill you later. You, Mr. Ginger.
Good to see you again. Any luck with the visa?
Yeah.
Really? I've been looking for one for weeks. Thanks.
Here you go.
You've done a tremendous service for the Republic. Now I have to catch the first shuttle out of here. May the Force be with you.
Again, I'm fairly ambivalent about the Republic. But I don't like the exchange more because they keep trying to murder me. So that's why you get it. I'd watch Fallout in the evening, but I don't know if my wife would, which standard rules means I'm probably not going to watch Fallout. Kind of where I'm at too. I tend to default to what Emma wants to watch, to be honest, because I'm fairly bad at making my mind up I'm very indecisive when it comes to media, at least. I will usually just go, oh, you choose. And then she'll go, I hate this. Why don't you ever choose anything? And I go, it's easier. You just choose. I'll suggest things. I'll go like, oh, I wouldn't mind watching Fallout, or, you know, list off some movies. But then go, you choose though. I don't really want to. Dreya, choose something. No, it's a terrible trait I have. But I'm never going to. I'm like that too. I hate watching stuff by myself, and also can never decide by myself. We binge Fallout together though. We do binge a lot of stuff together. You choose, then I start playing my Switch. Oh, that's so much worse. No, I usually do at least engage with what she chooses. Making Emma do your work is not fair on Emma. I'll give... what it is I give her a selection of things I might be interested in watching, and then she has her own ideas in mind, and we'll just pick from there. No. I don't even have a Switch. I will occasionally go on my phone, but not that often. I'm getting better at it, I think, of actually just like focusing on a movie if it's on, especially if it's good. Like Emma will usually say, I know that you've really enjoyed a movie if you put your phone down 25 minutes in and just watch the movie instead of like going up and like checking the time or whatever, just out of habit. Do you stand while watching TV as well? No. Although I would consider it. Although that's very dad-core, where it's like you stand behind the couch with your hands on your hips 5 minutes into a movie. You go, oh, what's this? And then you just stay there and watch the entire movie like that. That's extremely dad-vibed. Me and my partner share very different tastes. I think Emma and I, we're usually aligned on movies. Not always. But more aligned than not, which is nice. We're the opposite with music. Don't do the thing where you intentionally make the worst choice to get out of choosing in future. I find that so horrible. That's so prickish to do that. Like, we're both going to be watching something. At least we should both enjoy it. Like, it's so annoying when people do that. You absolutely have equally cooked opinions a lot of the time. We're both very snobby. It is very dad vibes. Oftentimes we both can't decide, so we watch YouTube or scroll on phones. We do sometimes go, oh, we both can't decide on a movie. Like, we've both vetoed like 15 things. We end up just watching like, you know, tasting history videos on YouTube or something, which is not as good. But it's like, it's still something to watch in the background. That's kind of light entertainment that you barely have to think about, instead of watching like something heavy.
So you still intend to go through with it?
Yeah, I'm done here.
I can schedule the meeting with your Jedi Master as soon as you like.
Let's go.
I was saying, though, once I use my contact, you may be in over your head. You may not be welcome back on Isis again.
That's fine. Contact the Jedi Master now. It's kind of why back in the UK, instead of the couch being in the middle of the room and a walkway behind it, I moved it back against the wall. It is against the wall for me as well. But that's not because of not wanting to stand while watching movies. It's because my living room is so small that you physically couldn't have the couch in the middle and still move around it. I live in one of the smallest houses I've ever seen. Like, you know those like gimmicky tiny houses? It's not really much bigger than those. I live in a house the size of a flat. My living room is my kitchen, is my... Yeah, like it's bad. My bathroom is so small, it doesn't fit a sink in it. I think I've mentioned that before. And people were like, oh my god. But my bathroom is just big enough to have a shower and like a smallish shower and a toilet and a shelf above that, and then nothing else can fit in there. It's that small. It's more like a cupboard. And then outside the door is the kitchen sink. That's how small my house is. Contact the Jedi Master.
Yeah, I'll get on it. Just grab a cot and rest a bit. Once I get a meeting time, I'll let you know.
Fantastic. Hello, who are you? Oh, you're the Queen. I like your MC Hammer pants.
I can't afford to lose you, especially given recent events.
Anything could be a trap. That clue is no fool. But if the message is true...
Is this
necessary?
I
forgot this was like Cheddith and the
your safety
Jedi.
In the palace, but outside these walls, the general has many men that would do anything for him.
Nothing in life is certain, Your Majesty. But I feel Something.
Tasting history is
There is a
gold. My son
disruption
asked
in
for his
force.
book for his birthday.
I must investigate this.
Very well. But please, be cautious.
Aren't I always?
It's a good show. I'd recommend it. If you're looking for like a
That's what
a
I was
YouTube
afraid
show
you'd
that
say.
won't just like completely rot your brain, like this content that you're watching right now, go watch Tasting
Meeting is
History.
on.
It's very lovely.
Head straight to the cantina. You guys
Once
should
you
be
get
in there.
over the sort of
And,
intense
no offense,
Americanness of
but
it
I
all,
hope I never see you
like
again.
once you get over the feeling that you're being talked to by like a shop assistant in Florida, then it's nice. He's got very intense customer service eyes.
You must have gone through a lot to arrange this meeting. The palace is at full battle readiness. Smuggling
Makes sense.
in
I
a
think he
message
worked
is
on
no
Disney
small
cruises.
task.
Max Miller is a lovely person, I think. I also think he seems nice. Watch something horrific come out in a scandal, but I think he seems lovely. I stupidly bought a small couch for my studio apartment in France. Pretty soon when I noticed I needed a bookshelf, I had to sell it to make room for one. Oh. My bedroom is by far the biggest room in the house, because it was like, basically, the ceilings in this house, this is a 2-floor house. It shouldn't be, it should be a bungalow, because the ceilings are very low, and the bedroom is built into the roof. So it's poorly insulated, and also the ceilings are so low that my dad couldn't stand up in my bedroom, and he has to like duck through doorways. It's a very small house, but the bedroom takes up the entirety of the second floor, so it is by far the biggest space in the house, but even then it's not big. I once listened to a podcast that was parodying hardcore history, except for Game of Thrones. The parody was sincere, so the funniness was in how sincerely accurate and dedicated it was to Westeros' history. It was so long. I know a lot of people who would be genuinely unironically into it. Details of the apartment claim 21 square meters. I measured it once and found it was 17. That's so small. I mean, I'm fine with living in a very small house. I'd like a slightly bigger bathroom. I think that would be nice. Maybe a slightly bigger kitchen, but honestly, like, this tiny office is perfect for me. I can kind of just live in a crate with a bathroom and a kitchen. Like, that's... I think I could live in a shipping container if it was furnished and had internet. If it was plumbed in. Like, I'd want running water, obviously. But I could live in an extremely small space and be fine. I've never, like, craved a big house. I'm fine living in a flat or a tiny house like this. I didn't know you were still alive, by the way. Hello, Mr. Chad.
KotOR, the famed Jedi Guardian. The Mandalorians counted on the fact it would be you, not Revan, who would lead the Jedi against us during the Mandalorian Wars. I wonder how we'd have fared against you. I thought you were killed fighting Malak during the Jedi Civil War.
It seems my former student keeps curious company. Strange times
Oh, this
lead
guy
to strange
is actually one of the better companions so far.
I survived the war, if only just. Why are you here? I imagine that you hold little love for any on the Jedi Council anymore. Even an old friend.
Okay, we need to run through the fucking list. Sith are back, biding their time and power. Need to fight them. Couple of other Jedi meeting on Dantooine. There we go. This house has 2 bathrooms, and it was immediately the best benefit to moving ever. I can't think how we coped with that for so long. It's a bit like going from... Because my childhood house has 2 bathrooms. And it's a bit like going from 2 monitors to 1. Like, upgrading to 2 monitors is the single most... What's the word I'm looking for? Impactful, I guess? The single most impactful change you can make to a computer setup, I think. Like, 1 monitor, going back to 1 monitor if I ever have to help with somebody's computer or use a laptop, feels fucking horrible. It feels like you have been locked in a tiny cage. It's a horrible experience. It just doesn't feel good after going to 2. As the same with bathrooms. SSDs, I think SSDs are also great. But I think I'd rather go back to a hard drive than go back to 1 monitor. Although SSDs are really good. SSDs might be second for me. I remember the first time I got an SSD, and it wasn't actually that long ago. I was on hard drives forever. But when I moved into this house a few years ago, I got an SSD for the first time. And I was just amazed at how quickly Windows 10 booted up. I was like, oh my god, it doesn't take fucking 4 minutes to warm up the fucking startup programs. It's all on in like half a second. It's incredible. Jedi scattered and in hiding. The Sith are back and amassing their forces. What a revolutionary storyline. Sweet mother of mercy, how did this not shatter the mold? all Star Wars movies have the same story, but this is better than most, I guess. I didn't expect you would turn on me too. I don't blame the Jedi Council. I still kind of do. I want to know why I was cast out. That one.
You have to understand that it was a time of great uncertainty. We just learned that Darth Revan was back with an armada. Every Jedi that went with her was lost, corrupted.
Are you a text-to-speech?
As dark as their master. And then there was you. Many thought you were a spy.
Was lost, corrupted, captured.
And I think you deserve an explanation.
Am I interrupting?
Yes.
In orbit, I thought for sure that the Ebon Hawk was mine. I was certain, only to see you slip through
Oh, you're
my
very
fingers
posh. That
during
means you're very
battle.
evil.
Imagine my delight to discover you were on Isis. Quite careless, if you ask me.
Get
them, men, back. And watch your aim. Civilian casualties cause a mess of paperwork.
I'm so poor. Palace. I'll get word to you when I'm able. Run.
What? What have you done to my men? Blast! Men, take care of her. I won't let Kavar escape.
He's using my tactics of fucking running away bravely. Oh my god. Weep, beep, beep, boom. Of course we're not going to harm the innocent bystanders. If any civilians get in your way, mow them down like grass. I won't take advice from a tin can. Wow, this feels... I mean, I'm so pure of heart in this playthrough. It feels weird to give me this option, even. Of course we're not going to harm the innocent bystanders. I'm not... So let's make a current events joke. I've thought better of it. Let's go... I don't know. Just fucking... I mean... The Force can tell who's a civilian. I'll just do Force waves, right? Light side gauge, yay! Just keep doing that. They don't get stunned. It's all fine. This isn't doing that much damage, actually. I need you to start shooting. Start blasting, everybody. Use your stun sticks or whatever. Keep going. Oh, I'm taking a lot of damage. There we go, fantastic. Okay, we've done enough damage that these are pretty easy to take care of now. And everybody? God, these soldiers suck. This is like their elite force. Wow. A circlet of Suresh. What is that? Cool, thanks. I'll take it. Hello, seems like you had a bad time. It's going fine. Next they'll tell us that we're the chosen one who will save us all. Wait, what? Are we the chosen one in this one? We were kind of the chosen one in the last time. In the last game. I'm gonna level up finally, by the way. Give me the same as always. Give me these. Well, thank you for the follow. That's extremely kind. I'm going to Mallow soon. Any advice? I barely know where Mallow is. Like, I don't know what's there. I never hear anybody speak about Mallow. Good or bad. It basically may as well not exist. I'll get just a standard 2-weapon fighting feat. I could get better power attacks, but I never really use them. I think I'll get better power attacks next level up. Got an ad as soon as I followed. I think there used to be a way that you could not run pre-roll ads on Twitch, but now you can't. Well, there is one way, but it would require me to run like a 30-second ad every hour, which I'm basically not willing to do. Number one, because I think it would be annoying for people. The main one is because it would involve me clicking an extra button, and that's too much of a barrier to entry. There's a button on the Switch, the dashboard, not the switchboard, the dashboard for Twitch, that's like run 30-second ad. I just don't want to. Right, what's recommended? Force Scream? Sure, fuck it, I'll take Force Scream. It's not like I'm using any of the others. You could kazoo during the ad break. See if people choose not to subscribe. Close. There we go. If you have a VPN, some countries block them. I never see YouTube videos now. I have ad block. Everybody has ad block on right now, right? But I don't think it works for me on Twitch, which is annoying. They've gotten around some of the ad blocks. I now have 2 ad blockers installed on Firefox. Are you another evil boy? No, you're just running. Okay. Oh, I'm taking so much damage. Fuck me. I didn't realize. Hang on. I'm gonna go around this corner. Quickly, go around the fucking corner. Thank you. Do some heals and maybe take, like, what's the biggest heal you have? No, that's too big. Do that. There we go. Everybody chill out for a second. Jesus. You use a unity grid. You use a fucking shield as well. Use an Arcanian energy shield. There we go. And then start doing some power attacks. I would like to put on my Master Force Barrier. What are you doing? Did you not heal? Why are you attacking? I don't want you to attack. There we go. Force Barrier. And then start tossing them around like little ragdolls. There we go, that's something. I'm gonna go down in a second, aren't I? Oh my, I'm taking a fuck ton of damage. Use your force packs, whatever. I'm gonna go down. Oh my god. Oh my god, you were so hurt as well! Run! Okay, you need whatever your biggest little fucking repair kit is. Construction kit? Advanced repair kit? Construction kit, I guess? Is that good? Okay, that's fine. Go up here. Start fucking firing grenades in or something. Plasma grenades. Do it. And again, do another one. It's fucking bad right now. Things are not going well. You're taking so much damage. Is your shield still up? It is. Oh, I don't know. Just do another... Just keep doing what you're doing. Maybe heal as well in a second. Oh my god, fuck me. Take a life support pack again. You have a few of them. And you take another construction pack. This is not going well. This is going quite poorly. Keep shooting. Take a construction pack. You're gonna die! Okay, do another plasma grenade. You take even more heals. Get rid of them. Just heal yourself for a bit. Like, take like 2 or 3 of the fuckers. This is really not going well. Do 2 of them. Okay. Armor Boy is tanking a little bit, which is fine. You maybe do a shock arm, a couple of them. You do another heal, I think, and maybe another shield, because it's clearly not working out for you. Okay, I think we're about to win. Sorry, so it's taken a while. But I think we're about to win. That's the first hard fight on this planet. And I think it was mainly me just being an idiot. Okay, I'd like to heal us all, please. Thank you. Do like 5 of these if you can. How much do I heal versus the med packs? Like, is it better doing this? It might be. A super Mullinine Edge. No idea what that is. Some credits. I could buy and sell anybody on this planet. Probably even the Queen. I'm probably richer than the royalty. Some scoundrel gloves I'll take, though. Credits are pointless for me. Okay, let's heal before we run into any more angry boys. Oh, good. Angry boys. What is Force Scream? What does this do? Didn't really do that much. I'm noticing. Right, shoot him. Everybody get some shots in, please. Or just walk around back and forth like a fucking sim who's glitched out. That's good too. That's fine. As long as there's only 3 of them, it's fine. Flexible underlay. I haven't upgraded my armor in forever. That might be why I'm taking so much damage. I think I can theoretically wear heavy armor, at least on the next level up, but I haven't found any good enough to switch. Any more freaks? Are you all gonna hurt me? You might all try and hurt me. Hang on, I'm gonna heal first. We're just gonna maybe even just sit here and replenish my energy. You should take a little repair kit. Whatever that is. An advanced repair kit. There we go. Just a little baby kit. Put on another shield. A unity grid. I think that's pretty good. Do you have a nice shield? Do you have a nice shield? Do you have a nice shield? I'm gonna put you in an energy shield. There we go. I'm gonna put you in a melee shield. Don't know if that's gonna be massively useful. And a force barrier. Force barrier is useful. Does that stack? Let's see. And then you in a unity grid. And then we'll walk out. Hiya!
What's happening in the West Square? It sounded like battle. Command's ordered comm blackout. Do you know what's going on?
No. Just minding my own business. Why aren't you shooting at me? All the other soldiers have been. That's probably not the thing to say, right? Vaklu's soldiers have been attacking me. Nothing at all. Just minding my own business. I mean, maybe he's loyal to the Queen. Maybe he's a royalist. The Queen, bizarrely, seems like the good one here, like the less conservative weirdo one. The Queen in this world doesn't support space Brexit. Fuck it, Vaklu soldiers have been attacking me.
What? Why? That makes no sense. Command hasn't issued any alerts. Are you sure it wasn't some of those Beast Rider slags? They've been getting bolder recently.
That word means something different out of space, America. Wasn't some of those Beast Rider slags? It's broad daylight and they were wearing uniforms.
You must be mistaken. Soldiers just don't attack civilians without orders. If it weren't for the comm blackout, I'd check with command. Just head to the safety of the Merchant Square, citizen. We'll send a patrol to investigate as soon as we can contact our HQ.
Not all the military is after us. Still, Vaklu can throw a whole army at us. I think we've outworn our welcome over here. We should head over to the spaceport before General Vaklu invents some charges against us. Then we'd be in real trouble.
I thought we were going to the fucking pet. Okay, fine, whatever. At least we've alerted the Jedi boy that we're here. Maybe he'll find us. Bye.
You know what to do.
What?
Let's...
Ah! I hate that scared me. That's so pathetic. I mean, these are just guys. I feel like this is a bad look, but okay. Just knock them all over. You're not even really soldiers. Alright, anybody else want some? Back to spaceport. Oh, there's a shop there, but it's like we need it.
The diagnostic is doing something strange. Target acquired. What the hell does that mean?
Fuck me. They really want me dead. Just kill that. Can we do like destroy droid on this? That could be easy enough. Oh, there's a few of them though, isn't there? There's like at least 5. Oh no. Okay. Destroy droid. Do a couple of them. You do some sharp focus fire, right? Focus fire on one at a time. You've clearly committed crimes. We're fine. Just because some bloke's trying to murder you, you gotta kill him. What's my alignment right now? Oh my god, pure as the driven snow. Like, I am basically like an innocent lamb. I'm essentially Space Jesus. What about you? You're also Space Jesus, like slightly less Jesus than I am. You're actually a bit of a wrong'un, okay? You balance it out. You're kind of a wrong'un. You're the Judas? Who's of the Jesus crew? Who was the wrong'un? Probably Judas. Were there any other wrong'uns? Who's the guy who was like... He was like a horrible moneylender and then he got like taken into the fold and redeemed. Was it Barabbas? Was Barabbas one of the wrong'uns? I don't know. I don't remember much of the Jesus book. Cyberfish and LED loaves. They misused Pringles. Right, you can you do anything against droids? I think your weapon is just quite good against droids, the one I gave you. Thomas got too into fingering that wound. That's true. There's the whole doubting Thomas, I'm gonna finger you. Why is my frame rate like this, by the way? Why am I looking at a slideshow? Oh my god! What's happened? Fucking hell. Oh, we're back. Good stuff. I think Barabbas was the dude they freed instead of Jesus. Oh. Lazarus is the one they brought back from the dead, right? Again, I'm not that up on Bible lore. I grew up in Ireland, which means that every school I went to was a Jesus school. Protestant, Catholic, it was all the same to me. They were all just, you know, Jesus-y schools. But I cannot really remember a lot of the finer details. Because I was going through my edgy atheist vibe back then, from the ages of about 11 to 15, 16. I was going through like my edgy atheist vibe, so I would very purposefully avoid a lot of it. The Jesus. The Jeezy boys. Ireland needs an edgy atheist revolution. I think most people here are pretty secular at this point, right? After all of that shit that happens, I think most people do not see the church as a good thing anymore. But they still run most of the schools. So some material stuff would be nice. Alright, hello. I'm assuming you don't really care about me. You're just like, oh, something went wrong.
You're cleared to go.
Lovely. I'll be going now. Bye.
Your visa's been scanned. You're cleared to leave.
Bye.
I'd leave right away.
Why? What
Things
happened?
are going crazy in this quarter.
God's dead and so am I in this baby game. Dreya 12. Are you Catholic, Protestant? I'm atheist. A Catholic atheist or a Protestant atheist?
Shuttle is just ahead.
Did that actually does that actually happen in Ulster, Texas? Because I've heard that, but it can't be real.
The situation changes. A lot.
I mean, it can. They're doing better up there. They're doing fine. It's all they're doing okay. A lot of those walls are coming down. You don't hear as many kneecapping stories anymore. Okay, it's fine. Anything else? I guess we're just leaving? It feels kind of underwhelming to not do like a big storm of the castle. That's what I was expecting. That's the vibe you get from Ireland, just like England is on the cusp of being a republic. They'll just say Republican or Royalist if they want to pick a fight. You come back later. Okay, fantastic. Oh, these boys! Again, we don't... I would take HK-47 with me more if he didn't get erectile dysfunction syndrome every time he found these boys. Oh, you're fine, actually.
Unnecessary observation. You are eliminating many of us Jedi, but such actions only delay the inevitable. Annoying recitation. Let us proceed to facilitate communications. Recitate.
Oh, just more fighting. Cool. Destroy droid. Just cast it like 9 times in a row and it kills them all. Did you talk to HK about hunting these guys? No, I didn't actually, have I? I've talked to him about them existing, but I don't know if I actually talked to him about, like, exclusively, you know, why he can't, you know, do anything around them. Maybe when I get back on the ship. Okay, I'm taking a fuck ton of damage, by the way, so maybe you should heal as well. I might go down again. Oh, this is very embarrassing. Maybe do a little bit of a heal if you can. There we go, that's nice. Do even more of a heal. The other boys can take out these robots. There we go, that's easy enough. You've been barely taking any damage. How did that happen? It's funny, when I was a kid in Australia, kids would say they're Catholic or Christian and didn't know what Protestant was. They were neither, but just saying what their family line was. I feel like that's very America coded, isn't it? Like in America, they say Christian or Catholic. Like, they only specify really when it's... I'm sure it's not actually like that, but in media, it seems like they only bother specifying when it's Catholic. And then Protestants are all just called Christian. Like, Christian rock is all Protestant rock, right? Whereas Catholic rock sounds, like, much weirder. It's probably like symphonic metal, like Ghost. That's kind of Catholic rock, isn't it? America's much more religious as well. I think it might be just because it's easier to say, because there's fucking 3,000 versions of Protestantism. Where in Ireland, you really just get Church of Ireland, Church of England, the Anglicans, whatever. Whereas in America and other countries, it seems like there's like an entire phone book of different branches of Protestantism. What the fuck is a Baptist? What's a Methodist? Who fucking knows? But they're all Protestant. So you just say Christian to keep it simple. Australia is more atheist, but they're saying what their family was historically. Mandalorian shuttle? Is this where I'm meant to be? You can take the shuttle back to Duxun. Okay, sure. Return to Duxun. There's so many Christian strains. It's like there's only the one Roman Catholic. They've kind of kept mainly the same thing, but there's so many Protestants. We've got different Catholic churches here as well. I feel like that's not a thing, but it might be. I thought it was all just Catholic. Is there different flavors of Catholicism? It's declining, thankfully. Last stats I heard were a little over 30% of Americans claim to be atheist. It's true that it is declining. It's basically as... Isn't Roman Catholics just the orthodoxy of Rome? I don't know. I have no idea. I'm more agnostic, but don't really believe in any religion. It's like... didn't most Americans still say that they would never elect a president who was an atheist? It's just weird.
It sounds like you have a lot of traveling to do. So do I.
Yay! Yeah, I like you. You can stay. You can be in my main crew.
And you could use an extra blaster. I've been meaning to leave Duxon to look for other
Duxon,
Mandalorian
not
plans
Duxun.
anyway.
It's like, what was I trying to say? I completely forgot my train of thought. It's strange to call non-Catholic Christian when they're all defo Christian. That's it. It's in American speeches, like political speeches, they always mention God or Jesus. Always. Real fucking weird. Like every American political speech I've ever seen has thanked God or mentioned Jesus in some way. Whereas I think if you did that here, you would be seen as fucking insane, despite how religious Ireland is by comparison, and how much more power the church has. Like, we don't have separation of church and state. And Britain doesn't either, right? Britain doesn't have separation of church and state. But I feel like you don't see a lot of politicians, no matter how weird and right-wing, going like, thank God for my election. It's so fucking alien to me. I genuinely thought that sounds autistic. You could use an extra blaster. I've been meaning to leave Duxon to look after under Mandalorian clans. That sounds autistic. I didn't know you had it in you.
I don't have it in me. It's a matter of self-interest. The Sith aren't known for sharing power. If the Jedi Order is destroyed for good, it's inevitable that the Sith
I want to lead this nation in the name of the church didn't lead to good things for Ireland last time.
Helping your cause is a matter of necessity. Mandalorians helped Exar Kun during his war. We know firsthand how we'd fare in the service of their like. But that's enough for now. We'll have time to talk later.
The Ebonhawk is patched up and ready to go.
I forgot you existed.
When you're ready to depart, we can ask the guide here to take us back to the ship.
Okay, fine. You're never in the team. If I could get rid of you, I would. That's how important you are to me. Ugh. Anything else I had to do on the little moon? I don't think so. We took care of... Was this fighting pit land? I think this was where the fighting pit was. Where do I go? Is it up here? Where was our ship? I should probably use the map. Exit to jungle. Kex. Shuttle hangar. That's where we just were. Where's my ship? How many planets left? I have no idea. I think everyone will be shocked when they transfer to the afterlife and discover it's entirely populated by bears. There's that really dumb, like, Reddit tier thought experiment, right? That, like, you should sign up to a few religions just in case you're wrong. And it's like, I don't think that's how it works. Like, in the books, it's very much like you have to really devoutly believe. Hello. Anybody want to talk? You can talk to the guide near the exit to go back to the Hawk. Fantastic. Okay, this exit to the jungle, or... Hang on, where did we land? Zuka... Guide, there you are.
Ready to head back to your ship?
Yes, thank you.
And I'll take you there.
Let's go.
Follow me.
Think we're done everything here. Don't need to go shopping or anything. an American Republican versus an Irish Republican are very different beasts. That's the thing, like, the word Republican, and it's because of the internet and the sort of vague Americanization of everything political, because they have cultural dominance. The word Republican has become a little bit poison in online. People might assume you mean the bad one. If I get to an afterlife and it turns out I was all true, I'd just go, ah, fuck, who'd have known? I mean, at that point, I'm sure one of the popes must have said atheists can go to heaven if they're nice, right? Might be okay. T3M4 in the grass. Oh, he's so cute. It looks like when I don't cut the grass for the guinea pigs. And the guinea pigs are obviously very small. So if the grass gets too high, they can't quite see, so they have to like peek over and then do little hops. And I'm like, okay, I need to cut the grass. Yeah, but we can't trust popes. No, I would say Pope is probably one of the more evil things you can be, right? But like, not to be too rude, but like, I think one of the popes must have said that at some point. I think a recent one said we're cool, but then they said trans are an abomination, so fuck what they say, yes. I think Pope Francis, the recent Argentina Pope, right? He goes back and forth, where he'll say something that's like almost bordering on progressive, but then say some like real horrible fucked up stuff, and you go, oh yeah, you're the Pope. I forgot for a second.
Just check the damn connector. I don't trust the diagnostics any more than I trust you.
If you are mean to my bin, I will
because I don't
take
like
out your
drawers.
knees, basically.
They break in the head.
Do you like your knees? Don't make fun of my bin.
Well, whatever you call that thing on your head.
Wow. Give him whatever electrical treats he
well,
eats.
if I'm mean to you, it's because I care.
He's the best Pope we've ever had, but that's like saying it's the tastiest shit.
There was a pattern to Revan's attacks during the Jedi Civil War.
Oh, I forgot you existed as well. You're awful.
Jedi, not kill them. But that is not all.
I hate all of you pricks. There's like 4 people here I wouldn't eject into space given the
political
opportunity.
leaders that would lead to destabilization. First Patriarch Lelin Dur of Sirocco, the Corellian diplomat Mimis Yoon, and Yusunas of Achani.
Okay, conversations. It's like, it kind of reminds me, the current Pope, whenever he talks about, like, progressive issues, he always sounds like that one Australian politician, Bob Catter, when he did that, let 1,000 blossoms bloom, as far as I'm concerned, but I'm not gonna waste any time on it. That guy, like, he always feels like that. Where he'll say something that's, like, almost nice and wholesome, and then evil Pope will come out and go like, but they're all going to hell. Like, I think gay people are actually fine as long as they don't fucking sin by being homos. It's like, Jesus, that's whiplash. Malak didn't seem too concerned with keeping the Republic intact.
No, you're
Made
correct.
the Pope Australian. There could never be an Australian
At that point,
Pope,
worlds
right?
die indiscriminately, or seem to. Taris, Dantooine, all become targets during this time.
What do you think Revan's plan was?
I think she was trying to unify the galaxy against some other threat.
Against what?
I do not know, and that concerns me.
As long as they keep their silly hogs out of my supple holes. No touching up them Sheilas, you hear? Popes are chosen to fit the time. It's how they survive. Yeah, they're adaptable. It's like they choose one that's not too bad, at least with PR wise, so they can just keep going forever. I'm king of the pedophiles number 400, but I also don't say that gay people automatically go to hell. Who are we talking to now? Apparently we're supposed to talk to Aton for content, but oh my god. Oh my god. They had a Nazi as last Pope. He was in the Hitler Youth, but I to be fair, I think he was forced. Like, it was mandatory to be in the Hitler Youth when he was a kid. That doesn't mean he didn't love it, but I don't know.
You know, I noticed a glow before, but now...
Mr.
Now it's bright
Ratzinger.
around you. You've come a long way since Paragus.
I'm pregnant with force.
Despite all we've been through, you seem a lot better for it.
It's like none of you saw Jojo Rabbit. I feel as if I'm more in touch with the Force than I ever have been. It's hard to explain, but even with everything that's been happening, I feel at peace.
It shows. It's kind of inspiring, to be honest. Anyway, just wanted to mention...
I was forced into the Hitler Youth, but I didn't inhale. How about a game of Pazak? Fuck off.
Alright, what did you want to know?
I met someone on Nar Shaddaa who says he knows you. Oh yeah! That was ages ago. I don't think I've talked to you in months, because I don't like you.
Yeah, that's a surprise. Did he say I owed him credits too?
No, he said you were like a murderer or something. He says you're not called Aton at all, that you showed up on Nar Shaddaa during the Jedi Civil War.
I'm as Aton will ever be. And whoever your trusted informant is, he's right. I did show up on Nar Shaddaa during the Jedi Civil War, along with a lot of other refugees.
Is there anything you'd like to tell me? Oh, it's like a disappointed parent, like they know you've like broken a vase or something. It's like you walk into the living room and they look at you and go, is there anything you'd like to say? Before I say anything, is there anything you'd like to tell me? It'll be better if you own up. And you go, ah, fuck.
No, because you're asking about it. If I wanted to tell you anything, I would have come and told you. Anything else?
Oh, I hate you so much. Perhaps pain will bring the truth out of you. Ooh, maybe I could bully Aton. Maybe I could just slap him around a bit. Calm down, I just wanted to know. No harm meant. I think he'd be coaxed out more. He's like a little turtle in its shell. You have to like stroke his little shell with a little toothbrush, maybe feed it some lettuce. It'll go, where? I did war crimes.
Is this an interrogation?
Oh,
if
fuck
so,
off.
You're terrible at it. Especially for an
The
ex-Jedi.
worst turtle.
Or whatever you are. Why don't you just crawl in my head and try to dig out whatever you're looking for rather than asking about it?
I can do that if you want to. I'm good at mind mushing people. If you've got a problem, let's fucking settle it. We'll do that thing that you see outside of pubs at about 2 a.m. People just like pretending that they're going to fight when they have no intention of fucking fighting. Hold me back! Hold me back! He's not fucking worth it!
You know what? I helped you get off, Paragus. If
Why are you
I
so
hadn't been there,
aggro?
you wouldn't have even gotten off the administration level. I'm trying to help you. I don't know why I'm bothering.
Why are you trying to protect me? It's because you saw my Norks at the start of the game, and you made weird comments about them. Space Norks.
I don't know. I'm not sure I understand it half the time.
I love you! I want you to know where you were before you arrived on Nar Shaddaa.
You know what? Not once have I asked you about the Mandalorian Wars. Not once.
You can.
I heard about Duxon. Everyone has. I heard about Serico, and I sure as hell know about Malachor 5.
What makes you think you've got the
I
right
love
to
when there's
interrogate
numbers
me
and
on
planets.
anything? You've got plenty of lives to answer for. All you Jedi do.
Like dogs aggressively barking at each other until someone opens the gate and they're left impotently staring at each other. It's like when dogs chase a cat. I've never seen a dog chase a cat, and then it always ends the same way, where the cat stops and looks back at the dog, and the dog stops too and goes, ah, fuck, I didn't think this would happen, and then just like cries and walks away. My dog would, when I was a kid, would very occasionally chase cats if it was a cat it didn't like. And every time that would happen, like, the cat would eventually get sick of running, stop, look at the dog, and then my dog would just go, ah, and like just turn around and walk back. Like, ah, fuck, why? No, I didn't want this to happen. I did a lot I wasn't proud of, and I'm sorry for the lives that were lost. On both sides. There were good, fine people on both sides.
How did you even live with yourself after Malachor? Is that why you went back to the Jedi
do
Council?
war crimes?
Hoping they'd kill you?
I don't know. It wasn't... Go on, let's go on!
But Jedi don't kill, do they? At least not their prisoners. Maybe you were counting on it when you went back in chains. So you got off easy. You were exiled, brushed under the cargo ramp, another dirty little Jedi secret. I'll tell you, all those Jedi at Malachor,
wow,
they deserved it. Every last one of them.
They did not deserve it. What happened? You weren't there, man. You weren't there. There must be some reason you believed as you do. Why? If you wish to die. I mean, they might have deserved it. They might have done, like, fucking, like, space white phosphorus on Malachor. I don't know. This could be, like, space Dresden. Where's Malachor? What happened? This is lore I've missed, I'm sure. There's a space Dresden. There must be some reason you believe as you do. Why? Are you a Mandalorian?
Because Jedi lie, and they manipulate, and every act of charity or kindness they do, you can drag it out squirming into the light and see it for what it is. The galaxy doesn't
I don't
need
like the Jedi. They
arrogance
suck.
or Jedi hypocrisy anymore.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I'm no longer a Jedi. Honestly, I'm with ya. The Jedi are guardians of the peace. Fuck off, they're not. What do you mean? That's why the Sith were right. That's why I'm no longer a Jedi. I'm just... space guy.
The Jedi, the Sith, you don't get it, do you? To the galaxy, they're the same thing. Just men and women with too much power, squabbling over religion while the rest of us burn. At least the Sith are honest about what they're killing for. The Jedi are pacifists, except in times of war. They're teachers, except when it comes to telling their students the truth.
It's basically like what happened to Japan in World War II. Okay, then I see. Right now, Aton is doing that thing. Was it Reductress? That famous article where it's like, heartbreaking, the worst person you know made a good point. It's like, I agree completely with him. Also, I despise him and want to shoot him out the airlock. That is not the way of the Jedi. It kind of is! Like, is there no, like... Sure. Is there no, like, thumbs up option? Just a thumbs up emoji, like a dad texting. I've heard enough.
Whatever, just leave me alone. I don't know why I'm wasting my time with you anyway.
Well, don't get too attached to me.
Apparently I still have influence with him. I don't like it when I'm attached to someone. Why not?
It's because I'm a deserter. It's what I do.
Oh, he's so sad. You served in the war. Which war are you talking about?
Served in both of them. Against the Mandalorians, before and after Revan, and again, when Revan declared war on the Jedi.
But why?
Because I followed orders.
Oh my god, everybody's using that excuse.
You were there. You knew how easy it was to hate the Jedi who sat back in the Republic, evaluating the threat, and watched us die against the Mandalorians.
I read that as ovulating the threat, by the way, which seems different. I've only just noticed that this has a little nose clip. Like, one of those things that nerds wear at like, water parks. You know, they'll have that little nose clip that's like, oh, it keeps my sinuses clear or whatever. I don't know actually what they do. Or is it like pinch snez glasses or whatever they're called? The like little clip ones? Wouldn't know, not a nerd. Why did you desert?
Because you can't believe in the Republic anymore after the Mandalorian Wars. After Revan, nothing was the same.
Right after that final battle at Malachor, I was right there with the rest of the defectors. Because it was the right thing to do.
I kind of am with him. I wouldn't I'd desert in a heartbeat. If I was conscripted, I would intentionally be the worst fucking soldier you've ever seen. I would shoot into the sky. I'd go, fuck, I shot a tree again, sorry. And then eventually I'd just run away at the first drop of a hat. There's no chance I would do anything else.
The Mandalorians were slaughtering us by the millions. The millions. You were at Serico, when they turned the Stayrib cities into glass craters. At Duro, when Basilisk war droids rained like meteors onto the orbiting cities. And when the Mandalorians set fire to the Zoxan plains on Ares III, the fires that still burn. Without the Jedi who turned on the Council, without you, the Republic would have lost the war, and we would all be Mandalorian slaves or corpses.
Fair enough. Fun fact, in Italy, you have to wear that silly condom on your head to the public pool. What, like a swim hat? What, like a rubber swim hat? Oh, like, I was like, okay, a public pool, or even a private pool, I think you are supposed to wear swim hats. But, like, the rubber ones are fucking horrible. I haven't worn a swim hat in forever because I don't like going to pools. I like swimming in the sea, actually. But, like, everyone. Yeah, I was about to say, what about the balds among us? Because surely the balds should be exempt. Because, I thought the whole point of those was to keep hair out of it. Don't men have to wear Speedos in France? I wouldn't actually, doubt that. Mandalorian Wars deserve a Saving Private Ryan Band of Brothers level of grit and storytelling, but Disney would never greenlight it. I think baggy shorts aren't allowed? Really? Exempt, baby! There we go. Instead, you all became Sith. There's no reason to start another war against the Republic and end more wives. That's true. You betrayed your oath. The Republic deserved to be betrayed, and you know where your true loyalties lie. I wouldn't... Yeah, let's not do another war.
We were loyal to Revan. That was enough. She saved us.
An exempt baby where... Well, babies are usually bald, although I would not fucking take a baby into a pool. Surely. I mean, I don't want to be gross. A baby is basically a timed explosive of filth. So taking that into a pool seems like a risk. I wear Speedos, used to find it odd, and now baby shorts are cringe. I have never worn Speedos. I have never. I think the only swim costume I've ever worn is like standard like swimming togs, like slightly like above the knee shorts or whatever, and I don't even like that. I just don't like. I don't like being completely covered in public, basically. So if I do ever swim at the beach, it's in like a quiet place. Because I know nobody's looking at you, obviously, but like, oh, I only swim in a wetsuit. Honestly, I would take it. The problem is putting on a wetsuit is kind of a nightmare. God, it's so annoying to put on a wetsuit. I haven't put on a wetsuit in years. Don't know why I can't say wetsuit either. I rock up to the local leisure centre with my wetsuit. So you followed Revan, like I did.
It's another story, and it's nothing I feel like talking about. I did a lot of things I'm not proud of, and I couldn't do it anymore.
Okay. Well, we talked to you, and we got light side points as well. Lore. Anything else? Mr. Bin, want to talk? I had to wear Speedos and a swimming cap for primary school swimming lessons. Then Speedo shorts were found, and that was the go-to after that. I don't know. It's a fucked up thing to say, and I would never say it about anybody else, but that's how my brain works. I don't think I could pull off Speedos. As in, like, I think it would be a crime to wear Speedos in public for me. Like, I think somebody would come and shoot me. Like, nobody has to see this. Talk to HK? Sure. I mean, I'll talk to everybody. It's like Mass Effect, right? And talk to people.
Statement. Master,
No,
if
they're
you could
grim.
indulge me for a moment, I must express some degree of
Excuse me?
irritation at your
Why?
actions. Perhaps my anticipation of working with one who served at Malachor 5
Oh,
was
it's because I'm
too
not doing
high,
war crimes.
But you are countering all those expectations.
I was evil enough in the last playthrough. In the first game, I should say. You can swim so much better with Speedos. It's like a dolphin. There was a swimmer in my school who wore Veruca socks. Nothing wrong with that, but they did look funny as fuck. What is a Veruca? I don't think I've ever had a Veruca, but I feel like they were all the rage when I was a kid. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I heard so much about Verucas and Veruca treatments and saw ads for, like, freeze off your Verucas on TV, but I've never had one, and I've never heard anybody mention them since. I guess it's because maybe there's something that only kids get, at like lice. Like, I haven't heard anybody mention lice in fucking 15 years either. It's like a real hard patch on your foot, which can be painful. I've never had this, I think. Well, maybe I do, actually, because the soles of my feet might be all Veruca. Because they're fucking brick hard. I finally got rid of my one painful Veruca last year after 15 years? Adults get them too, but how often are you barefoot around adults? I'm barefoot a lot, actually. I don't really invite many people round, but I am usually barefoot. I'm not wearing shoes now. I'm actually not barefoot now because it's been cold. There's a difference between Veruca and calloused. I think mine are just very calloused. Hang on, I'm going to Google what a Veruca looks like. I'm going to go to full camera so you don't have to witness this. Veruca. Ugh. No, I've never had one of these. Ugh. It looks like a little worm's burrowed into your foot. It looks like a little wormo. Ew. Okay. I don't like this. Verucas have spreadability, like cheeks. Sometimes they genuinely just look like a callus, but with a pinprick in the middle. Ew. It looks a little bit like if the human foot was an apple, and a little worm had gone in there to take a nap. I assume that's what worms are doing when they go in an apple, right? Sorry, what you're going to see when I tab back is that man having sex with the mannequin again. So just prepare yourself, and then we're back. How is that, HK47?
Statement. Well, all your behavior up to this point suggests either strong atonement or confirmation that the atrocities attributed to you during the war were in fact accidents.
So we're like proper historical war criminal. I didn't quite understand that until now. Everybody's like, oh yeah, you did properly fucked up shit. I'm not proud of what I did during the wars. They weren't accidents. I did them on purpose and would do them again gladly. I regret it. Let's say that. I'm going down unusually for me in an RPG. I've decided I'm not a war criminal in this one. Well, not anymore. You can get rid of them by using gaffer tape and starving it of air. Killed my brothers after 15 years in weeks. Ugh, this makes me feel weird, and I don't know why. Verucas were the big scare at primary school, like lice and quicksand. Again, yeah, I feel like I heard a lot about Verucas in school. Is that... So they have, so you can catch Verucas from somebody. So they're like... You can catch a Veruca like cooties. It's just HPV? I had no idea. Because, yeah, I just don't hear about this. I just used bazooka, then cut the dead skin out rather than filing it. Bazooka that Veruca! Sorry, that's one of the ads. That's why the guy wore those silly Veruca socks. There we go. Bazooka that Veruca! I'm not proud of what I did during the wars.
Statement. I suspected as much, Master. There are few who would discuss such things with an assassination droid, and that is perfectly understandable. I mean, what use is there for communication in a galaxy such as ours? Understanding might be achieved, or sympathies might be gained by
like
such
this
callous
robot.
acts. You are right to remain silent about your past. I have seen the damage that repressing such things brings, and it is far preferable to share such traumas.
Are you trying to provoke me? Dreya's gonna get a Veruca now. We've manifested it. How would I get a Veruca? Like, would I have to go to like one of those fucked up bug catching parties where people like try and give each other STIs, but like rubbing our feet together instead? Like, I'm gonna go to a shed with a lot of other people. We're all gonna get nude and then just like rub our feet together, all nude. Is that how you get a Veruca? Just walk around a swimming pool. Okay. Join karate. Ugh. Swimming pool changing rooms. Enjoy that worm burrowing under your foot skin. Ugh. We'd mail a box of them to you, like people mail live bees. Just some disconnected Verucas. Dreya hasn't done karate, I'm surprised. I don't think there was anywhere nearby that offered karate or any other... No, I was about to say any other martial art. There was Taekwondo in my local community centre growing up, but I never bothered doing it. That's the one with lots of leg stuff. That would probably be even worse. A lot of kicking in Taekwondo. I was taught nunchucks by a guy who murdered his parents before a Blink-182 concert, and then went to the concerts. Why are you asking me about the Mandalorian Wars?
Answer. Why? Because your actions
Why
then
do you
and now
laugh?
are
It's
related,
just so
and I feel I need
comically
some
grim.
context.
I love it.
I confess to being somewhat
For
needy
fuck's
that way.
sake. What do you mean? I think I remember that guy. Is that like a real notorious story? I mean, Christ, that's so grim. Blink 182.
Statement. Sometimes, Master, it is difficult for meatbags to step back and gain some perspective on death and its importance in their insignificant lives. Explanation. You see, Master, assassination is such a versatile tool. I have seen the removal of a single target.
You seem more like mass death than targeted assassination. Anytime you're in the party, you just spray and pray. I'm not sure which is worse, to be honest.
Lives, whether dead or alive, can have profound implications on history. But surely you realize this.
My dad, my now late stepdad, just came in one day and was like, guess who did a double homicide while holding the paper? What were you saying? The smallest lives, whether dead or alive, can have profound implications on history. Yes, definitely. That's a very human perspective. He'll be angry about that.
Statement. Master, please, any comparisons between me and your meatbag status leaves a fluctuating, intermittent charge through my control clusters. I was only trying to bring death and its impact.
Is that like a good thing? Is that like, you know, like a little spark going through his... Did you kill your stepdad? I said no doxing. It's like a little spark going through his little clusters. Sounds like it could be nice. Like a little nice shiver up your spine or something. Like somebody coming over and like slowly pressing a cube of ice into the lower end of your back. And you go like, ah. How was that?
Statement. Why your own life, Master? Your single life changed
Stop.
the face of the galaxy, of history itself. Malachor 5
Corny
was
for
an
frozen
impressive act
water.
of destruction, but its impact on the lives of others in the galaxy
I don't think there's
was
anything
far more extreme.
better in life.
I mean, Master, you brought
than
about the death of the Mandalorian race. I doubt
glass
they
of
realize
water
it yet,
with
but
like
you dealt them a
50%
blow from
ice
which
in
they
it.
will never recover.
It's just, it makes me feel like a complete person if you're just really thirsty and just have a nice chilled glass of water. It makes me feel like a fucking like me or a sim. The Mandalorians deserved it. Ooh, I mean, they were doing a genocide, but I don't know. What about the death of the Mandalorian race? We have one in the party. Keep it quiet. Don't attempt to justify my actions or yours.
Retort. Oh, Master, I am attempting to justify nothing, merely making an observation. Nothing would change the fact that I derive pleasure from ending the lives of others. I was only trying to bring death and its impact.
Okay, there we go. We're done with you. Influence lost with HK47. Oh. I'm not talking to KotOR because I hate him. I'm going to find Mr. Bin, maybe Dreya as well. I have 2 big glass bottles that are constantly refrigerated. Because Hell Apartment's cold water isn't really cold, not drinking cold water. It's too cold to shower in though, which sucks on account of how often I don't have hot water. Fucking new builds. I have never been in a house that didn't have an electric shower. So the idea of like having to turn on like a water heater is a little bit alien to me. I think my parents have that now. They have like a boiler that they have to deal with. I just have an electric shower. I mean, I think it's like slightly less pressure, but you know, it's nicer. To be honest, I don't have to worry about this shit. Do you want to talk?
Nice ship you have here. Where did you get it?
Found it. To be honest, found it. We requisitioned it from the clutches of a Sith warship.
I see. Well, you were lucky to get it then. This is a fast ship. Well made. I'll bet she'd have some stories to tell. Now, was there
Do you
something
want to
else
fuck my ship? What's your take on the Republic? Can you tell me about the Mandalorians? Can you do anything to help out? Oh, can I have some stimulants?
I thought that the Force would be enough
Sure,
of a weapon
I never
for a
use
Jedi
them.
like yourself. Need a little something extra to work up your courage in a fight?
Yeah, sure, why not?
That's a good position for a warrior to take. But even better if he relies completely on his own strength.
Okay, so why do you have
go.
them then?
But don't get too attached to them. I only have time to make so many. Now, was there something else you needed?
No. If you're the leader of the Mandalorians, I would have thought you'd be tougher than you are. That's just rude. There are communal plant rooms which run constantly, and then the hot water runs around the building when we have a little heat exchange plate to warm up our local water. It's always running, even in summer, hence why it becomes hell. And then it's also super expensive to boot. It sounds like an absolute nightmare. I think I'd rather just have the electric shower. Can you tell me about the Mandalorians? I don't know if I care right now, to be honest. Bye. I'll talk to you at some point, I'm sure. Who's, like, important to talk to here? Probably Dreya. Do you have any more fucking cryptic goth shit to talk to me about?
How many more do we intend to gather to us? This ship is not the galaxy. There is only so much
You'll share
room.
and you'll shut up about it. It's not my fault they're following me around. A lot of these people are like irritating dogs.
Is it? Perhaps you are wrong. They will follow you because you are a leader. Their kind always needs such, even when the figure deserves
You know you're
no
following
such
me around
obedience.
too, like a fucking annoying dog. I had to observe such obedience from them and you. Maybe we could go full on Dom. What makes you think they obey me?
Because I am not blind, that is why. I see what
I've
they
seen
see.
your eyes, they're all
Hear
milky.
Their voices when they speak to
You've
you,
got blindo
and notice
eyes.
the change when they speak to others.
We have no choice on our energy supplier for the boilers either, and we're not protected for residential price caps. It's a fucking problem. All I'm saying is if you ever make a TOS threat against Parliament, I won't report it. Does the fact that they obey me upset you?
I know many things, and I know what I am not. I am no leader. I speak with a voice that will never move others. I speak with a passion that goes unheard. They obey you because you are a leader, and perhaps something more. Have you noticed what has been happening? Have you felt it in them?
No. I've noticed their behaviour's changing. Eden's getting real bitchy. Is that what you're referring to?
The fool dances in your shadow for your favor. The disciple, he worships you quietly. The alien obeys you. Even within the machines, there are echoes.
What alien?
Watch them
Outdoor?
carefully. See their patterns and recognize the strength in it. Influence can be a weapon, one that you may need before your journey is done.
I'll reflect a bit on this.
Good, and then act.
Because I don't like a lot of
them. It is
them.
a powerful tool to motivate others. That was Revan's way, I believe. It was a strength.
Revan's way, from how I played her, was running in circles while femboys got milked around her and then blowing shit up when it didn't work. That last fight took fucking 40 minutes. Okay, I'll be going now. What do you mean?
Have you never asked yourself
influence success.
how
We're doing
Revan
well.
took the Republic and Jedi beneath her? How she made them hers?
She was a powerful presence.
Ah, but to make officers turn on their own people, to bomb innocent worlds, to make pacts. Strong influence, indeed.
I was about to say
And
that
where
wasn't
did
how I
these
played
Sith
her.
teachings
Kinda
come
was.
from? And why did Revan
I could
impress
see
them
that
so
happening.
strongly? So many questions, yet the answers are few.
I thought teachings of the Sith came from Korriban.
Oh, did they? No, Revan met no Sith empire, yet she learned their teachings. Many have mistaken the soldiers beneath Revan, the machines that were constructed to be the Sith. They are wrong. The Sith is a belief, and what Revan formed was not an empire, but something else. Yet how she did it is curious. And I suspect the answer to that question is tied to another. How was Revan able to corrupt so many so quickly?
I did use the mind mushing a decent amount. Not as much as I'm doing in this game. I was more persuasive. Oh, it's because I gave her massive breasts! Using the midichlorians! Her persuado boobs. That's why she was... That's why. That's just been lost to history. Do you have any ideas?
Not a one. But we shall see where our journey takes us.
Fine. Let's go. Dark side points gained? For what? I'm just for like humoring her. I'm still pure as snow, it doesn't matter. I don't know how I gained dark side points there. Mira, I hate you too. Where's Mr. Bin? Where'd he go? Mr. Bin? Mr. Bin's normally in here, or maybe in the back. I sort of suspect that Mr. Bin keeps this entire place running. Like, without Mr. Bin, we'd all be fucked. We'd all be ejected into space randomly. He's the only one who seems to actually be doing any work here. Like, he's always going around and fucking spot welding shit and typing things in. I think he's the only one who actually knows how to fly this. I think Etten pretends to be flying and is like, they haven't figured it out yet. I don't know how to turn this on. Hello. Could you please stop moving there? No, again, he's the only one who does it. Do you know where that HK droid in the cargo bay come from? Did I know about this before? Success! Yes. You were trying to rebuild him. Why? Any idea how its parts got scattered over the galaxy? I had other questions. Okay. Do you know about Mandalore? Or did you know Mandalore? Once? Why doesn't he recognize you? Because he's a space racist? Not every droid is the same. Maybe they are to a Mandalorian. I'm just making an observation. I can tell you apart from the other droids. Well, most of them. No! Stop being space racist. Deet deet. You're the most adorable droid. That's how you tell him apart. Can you tell me what happened to Canderous? Yeah, sure. Give me the holo record. Are we just watching a silent film? Oh my god, your eyes! Turn it off! There is no volume here. There's no words on it. Ugh, put it back. Do you know what they said? Deet. I don't understand. It looked like Revan needed Canderous. And so Canderous left and returned to Duxon Moon and started to gather his clan? Why did you show me this? Is Canderous Mandalore? I appreciate the trust. Is that how you know him? Alright, whatever. Cool, I like you less now, because Canderous kind of sucked. But he is good in this. What Revan did you tell the game about? It's unique for each light, dark, mask, femme, Revan combo. I can't remember. I think... I mean, the Revan I played was kind of neutral, maybe verging on dark side. Femme. So I think they're going with she went Sith. I want to have a word with you. But I think at the very beginning, when Atten was talking to us and he was like, this is what happened and what Revan did, I was like, no, she didn't. What is it?
I wanted to make sure that we have some things clear.
I think it is. That's the same voice actor, isn't it, from the first game?
Whatever our reasons may be, the Sith must be stopped. If they destroy the Jedi, the Republic will fall and my people will be eradicated or enslaved.
That's the same voice. Sorry, I don't know why it went so loud there. That's the same voice as fucking Small Soldiers General Buzzcut in the fucking first game. Oh, I like him so much less now. Okay. Whatever. As long as you don't take off your fucking hat, we're good. How are you planning on that?
After our defeat at Malachor, the survivors spread across the Outer Rim. Many taking up work as mercenaries, or worse. but they cannot have fallen so
Kendris
far
is
that they will
Mandalore,
not
Genesis is
recognize a new
Skynet.
Mandalore has been chosen. One who will restore our people to glory. I'll fight beside you, but I'm warning you, don't get in my way. I'm not asking for help. I'm just asking you to let me do this. Cross me, and I might have to reevaluate our arrangement.
Fine. That's absolutely fine.
After the
I don't
Sith
care
are
what you
dealt
do.
with, you can turn your attention to us.
No, I have nothing against the Mandalorians. I like your cool
Our next
hats.
battle need not be fought against your republic. Consider what I've said.
I
Now,
will,
is there
that's fine.
something else you needed?
Never mind. We're good. I'm going to save there, I think, because oh my god, I've been live for 4.5 hours. I genuinely was looking at the camera, expecting it to say like 3.5 at most. Ah, fuck. Okay, right. I've needed to pee for about 1.5 hours, I think. Let me save. Save game. New slot. Kendalore. I'm sure that'll mean nothing to me by the time I come back. Thanks, game, and I'll raid somebody. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I'll be back again tomorrow. Not with this. I'll be playing something else tomorrow. Probably a one-off stream. I have a game called... Oh, what the fuck is it called? Gadget Past as Future, which is an old, bizarre-looking video game from the 90s that looks more like a visual novel, but might be fun. It's meant to be fucking strange. And I like playing odd, weird nightmares from the past sometimes. Who's live that I can raid? Let's go /raid. Thank you for joining me, everybody. Thank you for any follows and other stuff. Just thanks for being in chat. It's always nice. It's good to have bounce off, stuff to bounce off of. Video I saw about it was, well, let's see. We'll see tomorrow. It's also meant to be very short, like 2 hours, so should be fun. Fuck, I'm going very white. Look at that. It's very visible in this lighting. Anyway, let's raid. I don't know, who's live? Not many people are live on my following list. There's only like a handful of people. And a lot of them are playing stuff I don't like. I will raid this person. And I will see everybody tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Go to !links if you want to see me on YouTube or Twitter or watch VODs of the stream, or you can just do that under here. I don't know, whatever you want to do. But, come back if you like.